What if the real superpower was already inside you? The Great Book of Melanin Research reveals 130 years of scientific studies conducted by governments around the world on you. This isn't fiction. It's real research on melanin uncovering its superconductive, photoconductive, cell-protective, and DNA shielding abilities. Yeah, they've known for over a century. Why don't you? Order now and get the exclusive Police Stop Law Package free. That's the Know Your Rights Manual, Constitutional Rights Card, Qualified Immunity Notice and Card, Police Stop Flashcards Volume 1 and 2, the Public Official Bonds Book. Learn how to hold them personally accountable. This is power in your hands, biological and legal. They studied you. Now you study them. Click the link. Get the truth. Get protected. The Great Book of Melanin Research. It's time you knew what they know.
What up, people? What be cracking? What be cracking? On a hot ass Saturn's day. What up, y'all? Up in here. Hey, yo, can you let me know if my mic is coming in good? I got a different mic today, so let me know if the mic is coming in pretty nice. What up, Melanated Brown? Jason Rivers, King Tony, is it American Khalifa, Toby Robinson, Bro L Wise. Got a surprise for you tomorrow, Bro L Wise. What up, Shawnee, DJ Sherm, El Aqua, Almighty Sekou. What up, Lester Ingram, Balance Higher Knowledge. What's happening? Dwayne Hicks, Eric Harvey. What's up? MD Marksmanship. What's cracking? Got you, Lester Ingram. You say, took your shoes off. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yo, am I coming in though? You got to let me know if my mic is coming in. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm good. Peace, peace. Let me know. Ishmael Timbo. What's happening? SBD, the Truth Rider. Eric Johnson, Sharky Dog. What's happening? So I'm good. My mic is good, clear? Okay, for sure. My last mic has been tripping. It would go out. You know, I go on different levels when I go on tangents. And so when I would go to when I would go up to the high level, it would cut out. The mic would cut out. So you guys couldn't hear me. So let me know again if my mic starts to cut out. If that happens, guys, please let me know. Appreciate you. Thank you, MD Marksmanship. Got you, Dwayne Hicks. Queen T, what's happening? Says lovely me, bae. What's up? What's that? Oh, Pyramid. What's that? Pyramid Clan? What's happening? Couldn't see. Almighty Sekou got you. Atuna Twain. Ivan Clayton. I got you. Did I miss anybody? Sonic Boom TV and Darian Cheatham. Whoa, must be tripping. Me too, bro. Me too, True Knowledge. Got you, Ishmael Timoniji 26. What's happening, y'all? What's popping? Again, remember, I'm also live streaming on Rumble. At some point in time, I'm going to learn how to stop live streaming on YouTube. So you guys better go subscribe to Rumble. So, because at some point in time in the future, I will cut these live streams on YouTube after about an hour or so and then go straight to Rumble so I can talk my shit. No, but yo, Leah, appreciate you. Thank you. She said for the salmon roll, the salmon roll sushi. That's the baked salmon roll. What you know about that, girl? Appreciate you. That baked salmon roll. But yeah, so make sure you guys also are subscribed on to Rumble, Real Nagas Rumble channel. It should be on. If it's not on, please somebody let me know. Because damn it, working these two, I'm new to this technology bull crap. Y'all see how I used to do it, just sit up in my awesome chair that I used to have. I used to get crap for, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But just sit up in my chair and just tell y'all the news. now I got to get all fancy with technology and whatnot. So let me know if I'm still on Rumble, if it's on Rumble, and if I'm doing it on both. Say digital. Wait, hold on. What'd you say? Digital Vine in the building? Did you hear the new Ghostface? No. I got his last album that just came out a while back, by last year in 2024. So I heard Raekwon's album is off the chain though. Raekwon and the Clips. I heard Raekwon and the Clips album is dope. So I gotta go check Raekwon's album because he messed up the song that they came out with. What was it? The new song they came out with a couple months ago, Mandingo. He started off the song and his verse was whack, and it kind of messed up the energy of the song. But even though the song is dope as hell, if y'all haven't heard Wu-Tang Mandingo, go check that shit out. It's off the chain. But Inspector Deck, who usually starts off the verses, he came second, which he should have came first, like he always does. But it's all good though. Really quick, hold on, let me get to my. So again, everybody, appreciate you guys for supporting. If you ordered anything, your order should be on its way. You should have got an email that your order was on its way. So don't at me. It should, if it's not there, it should be there. And also your t-shirts should be on the way. So again, you people be taking a little time when you order to put in your t-shirt size and color. All right, I need your t-shirt size and color. So again, if you don't understand, if you don't know, we got the deal going. If you ordered a great book of melanin research, the hard copy, you're going to get the whole police stop law package for free. That's the Know Your Rights Manual, Public Official Bonds book, Constitutional Rights Card, Qualified Immunity Card and Notice, the flashcards, police stop flashcards. As well, you will get one of the t-shirts, one of the Rapstrology t-shirts. Bam, right here. This is Rapstrology 1 with Q-Tip and the guys with Biggie and Tupac. Got Rakim Allah, DMX, Big Pun. You can get that one, or you can get Rapstrology 2. Bam, right there. Off the chain, baby. Rapstrology 2. Redman, Melly Mel. Shout out to Melly Mel always. And you see the rest of the people on the shirt there. So appreciate you guys for supporting. If you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, you get all of that plus a free t-shirt. But please make sure you email me with your t-shirt size and color. Also, what color text you want around the Zodiac, because we have gold, white, and black text. So you have to let me know which one you want. And the black text only really looks good on the lighter shirts like yellow, white, and stuff like that. So just be aware. To choose, just go to rapstrology.com. And this is anybody, but you should go to rapstrology.com and make sure you order one of the beautiful shirts, one of the beautiful t-shirts that I have. This is how you support people. This is how you support. Make sure you go to rapstrology.com. Bam, there we go. So if you go to rapstrology.com, it'll take you directly, bam, to the Rapstrology shirts. These are the shirts right here. Also, we have the hoodies. We got the dope hoodies. Bam. Let y'all see that. We got the dope. Got the dope hoodies. For sure. I like that one. Bam. I like that one right there. I'm about to order that one very soon. About to order that myself today. So again, appreciate you guys for supporting. And remember, you don't get a hoodie though. You get a t-shirt, but not a hoodie. So again, realnagas.com, order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. You get the whole police stop law package for free. And you get a t-shirt, one of the Rapstrology t-shirts. And they're off the chain. Everybody loves them. They're going to be collector's items. You don't see anything like this out there. There's nothing like this out there. And so my next one will be my next one is going to be producers. I'm thinking, should I do producers next? Because I got my producers out there. Most people don't know about producers though, so but definitely the top 3 producers are RZA, got to put RZA, DJ Premier, and Dr. Dre. Got to put all 3 of them on there. So rap astrology, next one is probably going to be producers. Then somebody was like, why you not going to put Jizza on there? Jizza, whoever was saying that in the live stream last week, Jizza is going on the t-shirt. I promise. I'm going to put Jizza on the t-shirt. Just, it was some other people who had to go before Jizza. It just, let me see. What is Jizza's sign? Jizza is hold on. Jizza's a Leo. So there was a couple of other Leos that had to go before Jizza. So I had to put who was the first Leo I had on there? The first Leo I have on here. Ooh, where'd he go? Had to be KRS-One. You think Jizza was gonna beat KRS-One? And then the next Leo was Chuck D. These are gods of hip hop. These are the godfathers of hip hop. So Jizza could not go before those 2, but Jizza will be the next Leo. Jizza is my Jizza's off the chain. That's my dude right there. So Jizza will be going on the next one. So somebody kept putting it in the live stream like 100 times. Put Jizza. Where Jizza at? Where Jizza at? Well, Jizza going on the next one. Goddamn. But I appreciate you guys for supporting, and we're gonna keep it going. Real quick, and also go to patreon.com if you want to. Make sure you go to patreon.com/real Nagas if you want to get on the status classes. That's have 1 foot in the system and 1 foot out of the system. This is what I teach you. You see it's coming. You see the police state coming. You do not want to be locked up by this police state when it gets fully integrated. I mean, with face recognition and all the rest of that shit, biometrics and all that. You better make sure your ass is not so you can have 1 foot in the system without being obligated to the system. That's what I teach you. How to have 1 foot in the system without being obligated or being in its jurisdiction. It only looks like you're in the system, but you're actually out. So you can move around freely without having to deal with those policy enforcers. So if you want to learn how to do that, get over to patreon.com/real Nagas and sign up to the status class levels. At the highest level, I will give you the paperwork for free if you can explain it. All right. That paperwork is very powerful. There's nothing else out there like it. Spent me countless days and hours putting that together. Just all day, 20-something hours a day putting that stuff together. So no one else has it. You're not going to find it anywhere else. So once you can explain it, I will give it to you for free though. But you have to be able to explain it, because I'm not going to give a bazooka to a baby. So appreciate you guys for supporting on that. Again, patreon.com/real Nagas. And thank everybody for hitting me for the Cash App. Roderick Roach hit me for the shawarma with the hashtag chicken shawarma. So appreciate you for the shawarma donation, Roderick Roach. Shawarma's off the chain. If you don't know, you don't know. You better learn. So let's get into it. Oh, really quick though, I got a couple of things I want to go over. I got a bone to pick with somebody. Know Your Rights Foundation. So again, if you want to get over to the Know Your Rights Foundation, please make sure you get over there and sign up. We will teach you the law for free. We will teach you the law for free. So somebody signed up to the Know Your Rights Foundation. Somebody signed up to the Know Your Rights Foundation and had an interview, and then we had to cancel the interview. Something came up the day of the interview. We had to cancel right before. So obviously we have to cancel right before. That was very important. We're not taking a break so we can watch Game of Thrones. But this fool hit us back. We hit the people back who we canceled on, and was like, yo, we're holding interviews again. And so this fool was like, no, y'all canceled on me, so I don't want to come back. Well, nigga, you have lost your kick rocks, nigga. You have lost your mind. You are the fool that's gonna be left out there. You better be glad I ain't mentioning your name. But you are the dumbass who's gonna be left without knowledge of the law when these tanks and shit. Not really that's gonna happen, but if it does happen, when these popo come for your ass, these law enforcement policy officers come for your ass, and you wish you would have got your ass in here. I don't want to hear, oh, you canceled the interview on me. You're damn right. Some shit came up. But so what? If you true and you're real about learning your rights, who gives a damn? What obstacles are there in front of you that can keep you from getting to your goal if you really want to get to it? So obviously you was full of shit. So when it comes back on you and you don't know the law, remember this day. Remember this shit that you canceled because we canceled on you, huh? You didn't want to get your rights. I don't want to learn my rights. You guys hurt my feelings. You canceled on me, man. Why'd you cancel? I was counting on that, man. I was looking forward to that interview for weeks, months, man. I had to put it on my calendar. Niggas is hilarious. She said, just so y'all know it wasn't me. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, but that shit was funny, man. Like, niggas is hilarious. You think you hurting by canceling, by not wanting to come in here, nigga? You think you hurting me? You lost your damn mind. I know what the fuck I need to know. You don't. I ain't scared of the police. I promise you, you are. And if you lying right now, I ain't scared of no damn police. I promise you, pill roll up on your ass. I promise you, nigga, your heart jump out your chest when you see a goddamn police car, when you rolling in your goddamn car. And I'm sure that's 99% of y'all watching me right now. Your heart jump out your goddamn chest when you see the police. So most of y'all should be in here. We just had interviews the other day, and it was about 10 people in there, and most of them have been watching me at least 4 to 5 years already before they got their asses in there. Don't you be one of them people. Get your ass in there right now. Get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, sign up, and we will teach you the law for free. Now, you can find somebody else teaching you the law for free. Hey, if you can beat that. But don't come in here and because we teach you law for free, start disrespecting it. All right, because we'll kick your ass out of here. You better respect it. Give us the same respect as if you're paying us, because if you're not, we'll still kick your ass up out of here. Quick. I don't play that shit. So come in here, get your information, and then the deal is you go out, teach it back to the community and your family. You get one of these beautiful certifications that we have, and you teach it to your family and your friends. All right, so that's the deal. So moving along. Oh, really? I had to mention today I got a shout out. Kobe Bean Bryant, the greatest basketball player of all time. I don't give a shit what none of you Jordan ball gargling niggas say. All you Jordan ball gargling niggas. No, I'm just kidding. But Kobe's the greatest. Kobe's the GOAT. I don't give a shit what y'all say. And shout out to Kobe Bean Bryant on his solar return. 999 in the universe. My brother 999, my brethren 999. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that 999. Only we know that path. But shout out to Kobe Bean and everybody, and fuck everybody who's been trying to shit on you and take you down to pump up bitch Bron, to pump up gay Bron, so that he can look like he the GOAT when this nigga's like he not even in the top 20. So shout out to my brother Kobe Bean. my 999 brother Kobe Bean. So let's get it started. Let's see if we can get this going. So politics. Yo, Curtis Neal, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the cash app. Everybody else, please hit that cash app. I appreciate you. So real quick, go over this because nothing came of this. So in politics, Zelensky and Trump, they met this week in the White House, and he wore a suit because he knew damn well Trump was gonna kick his ass out of there if he didn't come in a suit. So he was trying to act like he was all gangster all day throughout the other meetings with Congress. He had his little black T-shirt on. I'm a rebellion. I'm a rebel. Got my black T-shirt on. Fuck Trump. And the nigga got out that damn he got out that limo though. When he got out the car, Trump was looking to see if this nigga had that suit on, because Trump was gonna tell him to get his ass right back in the car. Nigga said, this nigga got a suit on. Don't you even get your bitch ass out the car, nigga. And he got out the oh, Trump was like, yeah, all right, my nigga. Nice suit. He was like, all right, fool, I see you. That's the first, that was stipulation number 1. if you want this deal. Stipulation number one, you better wear a damn suit. So he comes in there and they talk over this, they talk over that. Went way better than it did the first time. He in there lying his ass off too, avoiding Epstein like a mug, saying, I'm only going to answer questions about Ukraine. You're only going to answer Ukraine questions because he knew them Epstein questions was coming. And nigga dodged that before it even come. Nigga, I'm George Bush with that shoe. And boy, if you never seen it, please YouTube George Bush dodging the shoe at the press conference when he went over to that other country. That nigga came with that damn shoe. Nigga took a nigga Bush. Nigga Bush looked like he had some boxing skills back in the day. He was quick draw McGraw. So they talked, and then apparently they said they had a good talk, but nothing, came to no deal, no ceasefire. So they tried to call Putin on the phone in the White House or whatever. Putin was like, like, look here, nigga, you know what I want. So till you ready, and Trump and Putin is winning, so he doesn't have to really come to the table. Trump is begging Putin to come to the table, and so he'll. And then the thing is, then Melania, she tried to. I remember she when Putin came out here, Melania tried to give Putin a letter saying stop killing, let's stop the killing of the children and all this and that. Putin's like, bitch, I don't give a shit what you talking about. The fuck you talking about? Tell that to that bitch ass nigga. How many Russians he killing? So he knows that, he knows that Trump really wants an end to the war, but he's not giving an inch because the deal that Ukraine wants is security guarantees. They want Title V security guarantees. So Title V is NATO, is Title V of NATO, where it says that if any one of those countries are attacked, that the other countries have to defend all of the other countries have to come to the defense of that one country, mainly meaning United States, because none of those other countries really got a goddamn military other than the United States. So really that means America has to fight. That stipulation, that Title V is really means American soldiers go fight, right? So Zelensky wants that. He's like, I don't know if I can come to a deal, man. I need security guarantees that this bitch ass nigga Pootie Tang is not going to invade again. And Putin is like, if you get in NATO, bitch, I'm damn sure invading. So Putin's stipulation is no NATO, right? Putin says, nah, nigga, you ain't getting in NATO. You can't get into NATO. That's his hard line right there. No NATO, bitch. And the Zelensky wants to be in NATO. And really, it's not really Zelensky. It's the EU that's behind Zelensky. They want him to be there because of all the resources and all the stuff that's in Ukraine that they want to siphon off of Ukraine. But Russia's like, nah, that's our shit. So what Putin is doing, because right after the damn meeting with Zelensky, Putin bombed the shit out of Ukraine. So they was like, yeah, the talks went well. It didn't go like the first time. There was no arguing and blah, 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 blah. And right after the damn meeting, Putin was like, this nigga launched a whole entire missile attack on these bitches. So Putin didn't give a damn about no damn meeting. So what they're trying to say is, even though Putin is interested in peace, he's not going to stop, because he knows basically if he stops, they don't want a ceasefire, because the ceasefire means that he doesn't take more land. And he knows the EU wants that because they want the land. All right. The European Union wants the land, which is really why they kept encroaching closer to Putin to start the war, because they thought they was going to be able to take Putin out really quick, whatever, which is some stupid shit. But now they're losing. So Putin is like, all right, I'll talk to you, but while we talking, I'm still going to take some land. I'm going to take all the land I can, just in case, because if NATO starts to encroach, then that's all my land. This is the whole game. Putin's like, all right, nigga, y'all can talk all you want, But while you're talking, I'm about to be taking all this land right here until you come to an agreement. Till we come to an agreement that your bitch ass is not going to be in NATO, I'm still taking all this land just in case. So that's what Putin did. And he pissed Trump off. He pissing Trump off, right? So, so now Trump is like talking shit about Putin, and he's talking about going in and doing some alternative shit against Putin because he can't control Putin. See, Putin is a bigger alpha than Trump is. Putin can kill way more people than Trump. Like, and don't give a damn about it. Like, nigga, he a real killer, like with no remorse type of killer. So he like, nigga, you ain't threatening, you ain't scaring nobody. So it went to shit. Basically the NATO meeting went to shit. There's no end in sight to the war, even though they were talking all that shit. And really what the peace talks, they were really pushing the peace talks this hard is so that they could get away from the Epstein stuff. Truly, the Epstein stuff is huge. So they're distracting you with every goddamn thing they can right now. Yo, Roger Rose, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the CashApp. Appreciate you, bro. So they're really trying to hide the Epstein stuff. It's going to come out eventually. Just how much damage will it do? This is what they're working on. So moving along, still Trump is I think this is still partially distraction. It's partially distraction. However, Trump moved some submarines and some warships towards Venezuela. He says the Caribbean, right? They say the Caribbean. But Trump moved some warships towards Venezuela. So here's the story. U.S. deploys spy planes, a warship, and submarine in escalating response to massive threat in southern Caribbean Sea. The United States has ordered the development of spy planes, a warship, and even a submarine to the southern Caribbean Sea to address the growing threat posed by Latin America. Mainly, though, Venezuelan drug cartels. That's what he says. He's trying to say is all Latin America. I mean, I guess it's the Mexican cartels too. He's escalating, trying to escalate a war with the Mexican drug cartel so he can take them all the way out. But this is really about Venezuela. So it says the directive marks yet another escalation by Donald Trump, who was long wanted to use the military to go after the drug gangs, Venezuela, to go after the drug gangs that he has designated a global terrorist organizations. Just last week, he ordered the Pentagon to prepare military options in the region, and the Department of Defense has now ordered the deployment of U.S. air and naval forces. Two sources briefed on the decision told Reuters. This is just an excuse to go and snatch Venezuela's oil, which is the largest oil reserves in the world, one insider says. So how it goes is, let me see if I can find that video. So Trump, in his first administration, he tried to invade Venezuela in his first administration, and something went wrong. He messed it up. Somebody messed it up. So let me see. So he said, let me see if I can find that video. I'll keep trying to pull it up. But what he said in the video was, we want the oil. He said we almost went over there. He said something happened. Then they have more oil. We almost got the oil. He said we almost got the oil. And so that was in his first administration, but something went wrong. The coup that they tried to institute in Venezuela, it didn't happen. So maybe I can't find it. Damn it, I don't see it. So I don't see the speech, but so that's what happened. That's what happened in his first administration. So now that's when Pam Bondi comes out and she says, "Oh, we're offering a $50 million reward for information leading to the capture of Maduro, the president of Venezuela." So then I talked about this last week, how Maduro came out and said, "Well, I'm offering $50 million for the release of the Epstein files." So Maduro, though, he knows that they want to take him out. The whole reason they have a $50 million for his capture is because they want to depose him and install a government that's going to give America the oil. Venezuela has damn near twice the amount of oil as Saudi Arabia. That's crazy. They have near almost twice the oil of Saudi Arabia. So Trump and them was like, excuse me, I forgot I got the mic down here. But Trump is like, "God damn it, bitches. I am about to oil." So part of it is an Epstein distraction, but most of it is the oil. So this is crazy that he's about to invade a whole country and take their oil in 2025. Like, this shit ain't supposed to, you ain't supposed to be able to do this in 2025, invade people and take their damn natural resources. I mean, even though we know the CIA does this on the low, but there's no overt action to do this. It's always the CIA destabilizing governments on the low, and then America moves in afterwards. But this is this is right from the jump. We about to come take your bitch ass out and steal your oil, motherfucker. So goddamn, Mr. No Wars. Remember this nigga was Mr. I don't want no wars? Nigga's funding the Gaza. He's funding the Khazarians for Gaza. Nigga dropped a big ass nuke or not a nuke, but something similar to a nuke, a small yield nuke on Iran. He was bombing Yemen. And then, I mean, what the hell? What? I thought this nigga was Mr. No, Mr. No Wars. So Trump is turning out to be full of shit. Now, again, you don't just go steal somebody's natural resources again like that. Well, we know America does this all the time, which is why America's karma is coming back on them right now. This is why America's on a downtrend. It's in the decline because of all their karma and fuckery that they've done in the past. So Mr. War Trump, Mr. No Wars is heading to Venezuela. Oh, Venezuela smack the shit. No, I'm just kidding. If you try to take their shit. So moving along, yo, Janary Godfrey, appreciate you. He says for some Dewey cookies. Boy, them Dewey cookies, they had me, boy. Them Deweys. The Deweys is hard, man. It's hard. It's so hard to leave the Deweys. Leave it alone. It's so hard. It's so hard to leave the Deweys alone. But appreciate you for the cash app. Did I miss anybody? ET6, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the cash app, man. Yeah. Oh, and K Deborah, appreciate you. I see you on the 8s. Thank you, K Deborah. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the 8s. I see you. Thank everybody who hit the cash app. Appreciate you guys who supports. And again, remember, you can go to rapstrology.com. You can order one of these beautiful shirts. And then while you're on the website, you can also get one of the FAFO shirts. You can see I'm sporting the Boondocks. This is my Boondocks right here, baby. You can see them. Sporting the Huey and Riley today, the FAFO. Huey and Riley. This one's off the chain. I love this. This is probably my favorite FAFO shirt out of all of them. But again, you can support realnagas.com, or for the Rapstrology shirts, you can go to rapstrology.com. Goes right to the shirt. Or just order the Great Book of Melanin Research and you will get one for free, plus all the other free stuff that I give. So that's the best way for you to support. So appreciate you. Moving along, still in some politics. Trump says the Smith, what is that? I can't even say it. Trump says the Smithsonian should focus on Americans' brightness, not how bad slavery was. You talk too much about slavery. Shut that shit up. We know we did slavery. Shut up. Gotta stop talking about it. So apparently, slavery's talked about too much, and he wants to shut it down. Now, I don't necessarily disagree that much with what he's saying, because the Smithsonian, in the Smithsonian, you've seen the exhibit in the Smithsonian, it focuses on all the negative shit on slavery, and all it was white people who enslaved black people, when slavery is far older than that. It's far older than that. Caucasian people didn't start slavery. Black people started slavery first, enslaved each other, then enslaved Caucasians for thousands of years. you had Caucasian people enslaved for thousands. Think about that. You had white motherfuckers enslaved for thousands of years. You only in slavery what? A couple hundred? About a couple hundred? 2 or 3 maybe? So thousands? Couple hundred. So, but you still should talk about how fucked up America's history is. See, this is where he gets off the boat. He doesn't want people to know how fucked up America was. You still have to say that part. Now, the slavery part of it, they should teach the entire history of slavery. However, that does not absolve America from the fuckery that they committed at the beginning of the existence of America, especially the genocide. And they don't want to talk about that shit. How you just wiped out all the goddamn Aboriginals. most of them. Let's say that you wiped out most of the Aboriginals, and that's who you enslaved. You wiped them out by enslaving them, and then recategorizing them as mulatto. That's the true Holocaust. It's really, they didn't kill a lot of them. And just so we know, the Holocaust or the genocide that was done over here, they killed a lot of Native Americans for sure. But most of them, they just reclassified them. They brought them into the colony and reclassified them, made them change to Christianity, made them change their religion to Christianity, and then reclassified them as mulatto. And so, so this is Trump. So it says President Trump accused the Smithsonian Institution Tuesday of focusing too much on how bad slavery was and not enough on the brightness of America, and his administration conducts a wide-ranging view of the context in its museum exhibits. The Smithsonian this is Trump, quoting Trump, all capitals. The Smithsonian's out of control. It's just out of control, man. Where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Okay, but I mean, melanated people are still in the. Now, is it whose fault is it? It's probably a lot of it. Mostly is their own fault because they don't take advantage. Excuse me, of the processes that they have here in America. But melanated people are still in the same place, Trump. That's not an exaggeration. It says, so nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about the future. And then it's funny how I think I got this from the New York Times. So the New York Times doesn't call him President Trump. They call him Mr. Trump. This is their way of disrespecting him, right? So it says, Mr. Trump said in a social media post. The Times is hilarious. We're gonna disrespect him and not call him President Trump. Okay. And then it says, this country cannot be woke because woke is broke. And that's all capital. We have the hottest country in the world, and we want the people to talk about it, including in our museums. Mr. Trump made the comments a week after the White House told the Smithsonian that its museums would be required to adjust any content that the administration finds problematic in tone, historical framing, and alignment with American ideals within 120 days. Clean that shit up, bitch. You better talk about how good America is. Now, I don't disagree. You just can't live in a country that you need, that you rely on for survival, and just want to shit on it the whole damn time. You need the system. So fix it. You can call out it's bullshit, but you have to be proactive in fixing it, doing something about it. So Trump says no more slavery. No more slavery talk. Now, that's some bullshit. You should still talk about slavery. This is America. He wants Caucasian people. They really don't want you to remind them of how fucked up their ancestors were. They really don't. They hate that shit. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. True. Now, and I'm going to say this. There's a caveat to this. There's not a lot of descendants left in America whose ancestors, or not a people left in America whose ancestors were slave owners. That's just true. Most Caucasian people in America today, they are descendants of immigrants who came over after slavery. So they got a pretty good gripe with saying, stop pushing slavery down my stop pushing slavery down my throat, because even some countries over there, and even never in Europe, where they come from, never even were involved in slavery. Not like that, I mean, enslaved black people. So they're like, why are you shitting on us? I come from a country we didn't even have black slaves. And then I come over here, now I gotta be responsible for some motherfuckers who I wasn't even a descendant. I'm not even a descendant of them motherfuckers. So it's kind of that part. But you can't just obfuscate the history. And they should put more history, and they should keep the history about the wiping out of the Native American, the Aboriginals, not Native American, Aboriginals. But they should also tell how they were wiped out. See, they don't really tell how they were wiped out. They'll tell you that the Caucasians killed them all, and they didn't. They just reclassified all of you, your ancestors, most of you who are watching this channel, most of your ancestors were the Aboriginals that got turned into slaves. That's how less than 300,000 slaves that came to America, North America, got turned into over 4 million. Does that add up? Does that compute? Less than 300,000. And then the numbers are disputed. Some of them say even in the 1800s alone, only 100,000 slaves, just from 1800 to 1900, only 100,000 came, right, to North America. So if that's the case, then how the hell do you get 4 million slaves? 4.4 million slaves in America. I mean, they were already here. The Caucasians just turned them into slaves. They just reclassified them and turned them into slaves. Wait a minute. What'd you say? He says, why didn't he say anything about the Smithsonian Native American? It says, in that one, this land was filled with tribes that were extinct. The entire territory had natives. Yeah, and if you can go to the Smithsonian Museum, though, it does have a Native American. If you've never been there, it's dope. Let me say that. Last time I haven't been there though in 20 years. So, but 20 years ago, the Native American exhibit, because it was like a whole floor. I think it was like 2 floors. They had devoted to the Aboriginal Native American. That shit was dope. They had a whole goddamn documentary. They had a theater for the Native Americans, and you can sit there and watch the history and shit. I mean, it was breaking that shit off. But like I said, that was 20 years ago. So I don't know if they have it now. But Trump wants to wipe out. He doesn't want you to talk about it. Now, there's kind of a point in that, because you can't do anything about it, really. So talking about it, it just keeps it going. Now, having said that, Caucasian people, they just keep wanting to forget that they received stolen goods. And so again, when they say about there's no such thing as white privilege, well, that's some bullshit. We just saw that last week when a Caucasian dude could walk up to an FBI agent and hit him with a sandwich and not get murdered. A melanated person cannot do that. That's the definition of white privilege. Right there. When a white dude can walk in front of an FBI agent, scold the shit out of him, and then hit him with a goddamn sandwich, damn near in the face, and not get murdered behind that shit. Our brother would have got, at the very least, he'd have been still in the hospital. So that's white privilege. However, this Caucasian people don't get that There's no place that you can go in the world where you receive stolen goods, knowingly receive stolen goods, and you can keep those goods. It's as simple as that. Where in the world can you go where you can receive stolen goods, property, knowingly, and then not be liable? What is that called? There's a thing that's called in law. They call that a thing in law. What is that called? There's something for that. It's called accessory after the fact. Meaning you didn't participate in the robbery. However, you knew a robbery happened and you received those stolen goods, knowing that they were stolen, and you kept them. It's called accessory after the fact. But Caucasian people who have that in their own laws don't think that applies to them. That's only you. That don't apply to them. Nah. So, but then again, there's the caveat of Caucasian people. Most Caucasian people over here aren't descendants of the slaves who, or the slave owners who did all the damage. However, they do receive the privilege that those Caucasian slave owners implemented in America. Even though you aren't the descendants of those people, you are the descendant, you are the recipient of the privilege that they instituted. So you still have to say that. Hold on, what'd you say? Trump is either uneducated or conveniently dumb. We started everything, including slavery. Yep. So on the show says, well, hold on, Kev, because last month the illegal immigrants were throwing bricks at police cruisers in California and nothing happened to them immediately. You said the immigrants were what? They were throwing, what does that mean? Well, hold on, Kev, because last month, what does that mean? What's that got to do with the white folks? What they got to do with the white folks? You gotta let me know, London Show. What's that got to do with the white folks? I'm talking about the white folks and slavery. Now, they should balance it out and teach how melanated people started slavery, but they should not remove the slavery exhibit. They need to balance it out and teach all the history of slavery. But Trump and this exceptional America idea he has, no, nigga, that never happened. You niggas killed a bunch of people to get America to where it is today. And you got to deal with that shit. You have to deal with that shit. No one gets to just throw all that dirt in the closet and never have that dirt come out. Eventually, that closet is gonna bust wide open. I mean, anybody in here, you clean up your damn house and you throw all your shit in the closet. That's how you clean up your house. You start throwing shit in the closet. That used to be me. My mama say clean up my room. Okay. Everything I own, everything I had went right up in that closet. If you open that damn closet door, you was gonna die from an avalanche. Avalanche of shit coming out of that closet. That's Caucasian people. If they open their closet, them niggas will die. That's why they trying to keep that mother. Them niggas is trying to force that shit. No. They trying to keep that shit closed like a motherfucker. Somebody help me. Come on. God help me. Like, motherfucker, you can't keep the door closed the whole time. We say, so basically, for the last 4 years, there was something called illegal immigrant privilege. Oh, you said illegal immigrant. Yeah, well, okay. But that's what's that got to do with anything? Caucasian privilege. We're talking about Caucasian privilege. We ain't talking about immigrants right now. Caucasian privilege is still higher than immigrant privilege. They still own everything. So until immigrants start owning everything, Caucasian privilege is still at the top. This wasn't Aunt B from Andy Griffith a slave? I don't know. Aunt B from Andy Griffith was a slave? I don't know. Because they don't want to show the melanated people enslaved Caucasian people because they don't want to. Exactly. I was just going to say, why do Caucasian people allow, if they're so mad about that damn being blamed for slavery in history, why do they allow that stereotype to perpetuate? That lie, that bullshit lie to perpetuate? Because in their mind, or if they believe in your mind, you think that they came all the way across the damn ocean and was able to enslave a people in their own land, that makes them a type of god in your mind. So they'll take the heat from being the slave masters and all the rest of that shit if they remain in power, because you can't do anything about it. So yeah, you can call me slave master and cook cracker and all this. Yeah, you can't do nothing about it. So I'll take the heat, even though it's a bullshit. You're sticking me with a false, with a false title, with a false claim, but I'll take it because it allows me to have mental superiority over you. Because you think I'm so damn gangster. I'm this gangster. I can go all the way across the goddamn ocean, go to you on your land where you live every damn day, all day long, 24 hours a day. I don't know shit about that land. Come on that land and snatch 65 million of you niggas. That makes you think that that person is God. That's why they allow that to perpetuate. So absolutely, Brother Sam, I've been saying that the whole time. It says it keeps attention off of them by us claiming we are the only slaves in history. Absolutely. So moving along. So that's the, Trump is with the bullshit. We all know that. But this is why we need to know the history so that we can keep putting it out there. They want to forget. We can't let them forget. Never forget. Never forget. Ain't that one of their slogans? Never forget. Well, yeah, we ain't gonna forget either. But also, melanated people, don't forget your ass enslaved white people first. So don't forget that shit either. All right. While you're not forgetting, remember you started the shit too. So moving along, the Trump administration plans to screen social media accounts for anti-American views before allowing applicants into the United States. You can't get in here, bitch, if you talk crap about America, bitch. Now, I don't disagree with that. I don't necessarily disagree with that. You talking shit about America? Bitch, you ain't coming up in here. Why would I let you in my house, into my kitchen for some food if you talking shit? You better let me in that house, bitch. Fuck your house. Your house is a piece of shit, niggas. That's why your house, that's why the fucking second floor is falling down. Nigga, that's why you got shit all over the goddamn floor in the back. That's why, nigga, you ain't got no gate, nigga. Look at your goddamn grass, nigga. That ain't grass, nigga. That's shit. That ain't grass. Can I come in? Like, wait a minute. What? What did you just say about my house? I got what for grass? My second floor is what? What is all that? And you want to come in? Oh, and you want a plate? You want a plate? And you want to come in and get a plate? Oh, and use the bathroom? But you just shitted on my house. Oh, and can you stay tonight? Oh, nigga, what? Oh, but you just shitted on my house? No, I don't think so, homie. Don't think so, bro. That ain't popping off. So he says the Trump administration wants immigration services to begin scrutinizing the social media accounts of potential visa and green card applicants for anti-Americanism, not anti-Semitism. Now we got a new one. Anti-Americanism. Hey guys, we got a new one. Nigga, Trump done made this marketing ass motherfucker said, fuck this anti-Semitism shit. People are anti-American. It's anti-Americanism. We're gonna steal that shit. Hey, mark it up. Get the t-shirts made. Yeah, anti-Americanism. Yeah, right now. Yeah, put it up. Coming on Trump.com next week. Anti-Americanism. So it says President Trump has made toughening up U.S. citizenship and immigration services a key part of its agenda on immigration, but this goes beyond those trying to go, those trying to gain citizenship. The U.S. Citizenship Immigration Services said officers will allow, lost it. Said officers will now consider whether an applicant for benefits such as residency, work, and visa applications endorsed, promoted, supported, or otherwise espoused anti-American terrorist or anti-Semitic views. Aha. What do you know from funny, you bastard? What do y'all know? Y'all know where that's from? Aha. What do you know from funny, you bastard? So shout out to y'all know who that was. Shout out to y'all know who that was. Anti-Semitic views. So this is a way for him to sneak in the anti-Semitic under the anti-Americanism. You see this shit? The ball gargling continues. The Khazarian ball gargling continues. It says America's benefits should not be given to those who despise the country and promote anti-American ideologies. Matthew Transgressor, USCIS spokesman, said in a statement, immigration benefits, including to live and work in the United States, remain a privilege, not a right. If you hate America, don't try to live in America. It's that simple, bitch. Let that off. They cut it out, bitch. That's simple, bitch. You hate America, bitch. Don't come up in here, bitch. That's kind of what I was just saying. Nigga, don't talk shit about my crib. Nigga, to come in and ask me, can you get a plate? And you tell me I got shit for grass. No, you cannot have a plate. So I don't disagree with this, but the anti-Semitism, see how they snuck that shit in? Wait, what'd you say? That's beautiful. What is that, velvet? That's my shit. That's beautiful. What is that, velvet? Shout out to Eddie Murphy. That's one of my top 5 movies of all time. Coming to America. I know every goddamn line from Coming to America. Every damn line. We got the golden arches. He got the golden arcs. McDowell's. Oh man, that was some funny shit. McDowell's, not McDonald's, McDowell's. So it says hold on a second. So it says, it isn't specific what constitutes anti-Americanism, and it isn't clear how and when the directive would be applied. The message is that the U.S. and immigration agencies are going to be less tolerant of anti-Americanism, really anti-Semitism. Shit. Or it says it right after, see? Or anti-Semitism. See? When making immigration decisions, Elizabeth Jacobs. Can you tell me Jacobs? What last name is that, everybody? Who would that be? What ethnicity group would Jacobs belong to? Anybody know? just wondering. Just kind of wondering. Director of Regulatory Affairs and Policy at the Center for Immigration Studies, a group that advocates for immigration restrictions set on. So this group is the one who got this done. This group, this Center for Immigration Studies, which is a Khazarian group. Really, it's really Khazarian. And just so you know, AIPAC is just one of these groups. They got like 50 lobbying groups, AIPAC or the Khazarians do, that maneuver all these non-governmental organizations and some profit organizations that they maneuver and they they get the politicians. They oops. So they get the politicians with the money, with the donations, basically owing them their lives through these donations. And it's really even more than that, because it doesn't even seem like they're getting a lot of money on the surface, but it's the privilege or the back door that what is it? So Khazarians run everything. So it's not just the money that they get, it's the access that the Khazarians give. That's really what they don't want to lose. The money, yeah, they get paid, but the access that the Khazarians give, and then they're all into the secret societies and all the rest of that shit too, the secret parties and all the rest of that. So these politicians, they're all into that shit. Most of them. That wheelchair, remember that Congress dude in the wheelchair who was talking about all of the gay shit and going in the fuckery parties and shit that was going on, and then he got kicked out of Congress because he told the truth. So most of that is going on. So they're involved in that stuff. And a lot of that stuff is ran by the Khazarians. So they don't want to get kicked out of that shit. So anti-Americanism is really anti-Semitism cloaked. And that's all that shit. That's really all that shit is. Anti-Americanism is just cloaked anti-Semitism. And bitch ass Trump. He says Hebrew hot dog eater. Hey, let me tell you, when I was eating, when I used to eat them nasty ass, those were the best. And those the ones that they use at the eating contest, the hot dog eating contests, the ballpark. No, what is it? Wait a minute. Are we talking about which one? What's the hot dogs that they use at the Kobayashi and them? They eat at New York. What is that? Is that Hebrew? Is that the Hebrew? Is that the Hebrew ones? Is Hebrew Nationals? Is that the name of it? Oh, Nathan's. Okay, Nathan's. Thank you. All right, Nathan's. All right, my bad. It's different. Okay, my bad. It's a whole different one. I thought that was the one they sponsored. I thought they sponsored the whole eating contest. My bad. So moving along, in other news, Larry Fink is the new head of the WEF. You know who Larry Fink is? Larry Fink is the head of BlackRock. So they instituted a coup and got your boy Klaus Schwab out of there. Basically accused. They did with Kathy Hochul and Big Tish did to Cuomo in New York. They basically accused him of sexual harassment and stuff like that. So, basically bringing down his reputation. So he had to slide back from the head of the WEF while his investigation went on. And surprisingly enough, right, they come back with, no, he didn't do anything, but you can't stay the head of the WEF. Now you got to slide over and let Klaus Schwab jump in the mix. And so, I mean, not Klaus Schwab, but Larry Fink. So Larry Fink has been really the one who's been pushing it the whole time anyway. It's really been Larry Fink, the main dude behind the scene anyway. And then he's only co-chair of the WEF. I think it's another Khazarian. So 2 Khazarians now. 2 Khazarians are in charge of the WEF. This can't be bad at all. No, not at all. This can't be bad at all, right, guys? 2 Khazarians are now in control of the WEF. Okay. So it says Larry Fink, chairman and CEO of BlackRock, has been appointed as interim CEO and co-chairman of the World Economic Forum, signaling a strategic shift in organization's leadership and signaling a strategic shift in the organization's leadership, says MSN. Fink's appointment is seen as a strategic move. It's bullshit. They pretty much forced him out with that coup. So it says Fink's appointment is seen as a strategic move, given BlackRock's significance and influence and in the financial sector, and Fink's understanding of the interplay between economics, politics, and environmental sustainability. Fink has long been an advocate for corporate responsibility and sustainable finance, aligning closely with the WEF's mission to improve the state of the world through public-private corporation. They connect. So public's supposed to be public, private's supposed to be private. This fool wants to connect them. He wants to merge the two. No, keep public public and private private. That's the point. That's supposed to be like that for a reason. So his leadership is expected to guide the WEF through upcoming discussions that will focus on crucial challenges such as climate change, inequality, and the future of work. What is that? The future of work? Oh, how they implement work. How work will be done in the future, either through humans or AI. Really, that's what that means. So the WEF is now controlled fully. It was controlled semi-controlled by the Khazarians until last week. Now they have full control of the WEF. The only one thing we have is that well, we don't really have this because now it's come out that Trump is a true Khazarian ball gargler, but he's not really with the WEF. He told the WEF to kick rocks when he got elected, or right after his election, before he was inaugurated. He told the WEF to kick rocks. Now that was probably an act. Yo, Brandon Terry, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for the cash out, bro. That was probably an act. Now, if it wasn't, it's good because he'll still fight against the WEF. Also, JD Vance went over there and talked shit to the WEF too. So again, it could all be an act because JD Vance is the protege of Peter Thiel. So Peter Thiel is the devil. And Peter Thiel is the straight devil. He wants a complete robotic AI society taking over the world. You have no authority, nothing. He wants everybody's information, your biometric information. He wants every goddamn thing. He is the what they call the technocrat devil, demon that they think Elon is. Elon is not really that. Elon is just the crazy motherfucker who wants to kind of make the world better through technology. But Peter Thiel wants to run the world. He wants to own and run the world through technology. That's different. So he said that he is. He is. That nigga's Beelzebub. But so, and Larry Fink is right there with him. Nigga, Larry Fink got the gasoline draws in hell on too. That's right there with him. So WEF who was already up to fuckery, is about to be up to way more fuckery in the next couple years, because now Larry Fink wants to implement that one world order plan that they had going, and he's not going to let Trump stop him. And I don't think Trump is going to stop him. Honestly, I think Trump was all that bullshit Trump was talking before the goddamn before the election. He's not. Now, he could be America. He could really want America to strive, but you can't want America to strive while you're gargling Khazarian balls. It just don't work like that. you can't do that, man. So we'll see what happens with the WEF and the Khazarians. Moving along, millions, it's still with the Khazarian news because the Khazarians be on some bullshit. Millions march in Israel to the release of hostages and a ceasefire. Did you see how many Khazarians were marching in Israel? It was crazy. It was like they said it was 500,000. Some said it was actually, I think it goes up to like 2.5 million. 2.5 million Khazarians marching in the street. It's only 10 million Khazarians in all of Israel. So that's like, what's the percentage on that, guys? What's the percentage on that? Is that like 25? Was that how much is that? About 25%? Is that about 25%? I don't do percentages, but is that about 2.5 million out of 10 million? Is that what, 25%? Is that 20%? Wouldn't 2 million? I think 2 million would be 20%, right? 2 million is 20%. So 2.5 million, I think, is 25%. So 25% of Israel is protesting against this nigga. That's crazy. You got 25% marching out in the, I mean, it's okay to be a protester or a lot against him or whatever, but it was 2.5 million people, 25% of the Khazarians out there marching with signs and get this nigga out of the boo boo boo. So the story goes, on Sunday, Israel was rocked by massive demonstrations organized by the families of released hostages and still being held by Gaza. The main demands included calls for a ceasefire and a deal to immediately bring all of the remaining hostages home. The protest, which according to organizers involved more than 2.5 million people, point to a serious crisis for Netanyahu and his right-wing supporters who have threatened to remove the prime minister if he does not continue to escalate. What? If he does not continue to escalate the occupation of Gaza. Damn. See, his right-wing supporters gonna kick him out. The people gonna kick, so the right-wing people gonna kick him out if he don't keep the war going. The people gonna kick him out if he does keep the war going. This nigga is in a he is in a damn place right now. They also highlight the very real shifts in the Israeli society that have been taking place since the beginning of the genocide. Through sorry, lost my place. Though still a minor phenomenon, there has been a tendency towards radicalism within Israeli society, including a growing refusnik movement that is expressed in the mobilizations. Even if their even if their horizons remain limited, the sheer scale of the protests puts real pressure on Netanyahu at a moment of military escalation. Now, this is the bullshit. However, while there may be a growing and still very small minority of Israelis organizing against the genocide, the vast majority of those who came out on Sunday were focused almost exclusively on the release of hostages, not the horrors being perpetuated in the name of Gaza. Meaning they don't give a shit about the bombs being dropped on the babies and shit in Gaza. They just want their hostages out. But Hamas already said, nigga, you can have your hostages and get the fuck out. That's the deal that's on the table right now. If you leave, you can have the hostages. That's been the deal for months. Netanyahu bitch does not want, we obviously know what he wants. He wants that greater Israel bullshit that he's pushing for. So he don't give a shit about them hostages. And already the people said, the critics of it said, if you go in, you're probably going to kill the hostages. He don't give a shit. This is in line with the Hannibal Directive. So either in the Hannibal Directive, either they get the hostages back or they kill them. That's the no in between. That's what it is. Hostages back or you're dead. That's the shit right there. So that's insane. No, it says so moving along, we see, and still, this is the real fuckery. Still with the Khazarian bullshit news. The Israeli flag just became the only national flag illegal to burn in the United States. Did y'all hear that shit? Excuse me. So remember, anti-Americanism is really anti-Semitism, right? If other people in other countries are talking shit about Israel, they can't come to the fucking country. That's crazy. You can't be letting America. Israel is not fucking America. But now, not only that, burning the Israel flag, the Israeli flag, is against the law. Holy shit. Let's put this in perspective. You can burn the American flag right in front of the goddamn White House, and nothing can happen to you. Nothing. They cannot do a goddamn thing to you. You can drag that bitch all on the ground. You can ride a motorcycle over that bitch. You can piss on it, shit on it. You can do whatever the fuck you want to an American flag. Nothing will happen to you. But if you desecrate or do anything to an Israeli flag, you go to jail. Yo, Broderick Enoch, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, bro. So this is crazy. Here's the story. A federal court has issued a ruling that redefines the boundaries of free speech in the United States. This is going to get kicked out. As soon as somebody get penalized for this, they're going to sue it. They're going to sue against it, and it's going to get kicked out. This is unconstitutional. This is absolutely unconstitutional. But within the United States, Judge Trevor N. McFadden ruled that desecrating the Israeli flag is not political expression, but racial discrimination. First off, how does a country become equated with a whole race? It's a government. The Israeli flag represents the government of Israel, not Jewish people. So how the hell does Israel represent all the Jews around the world? They don't represent all fucking Jews. They don't speak for all motherfucking Jews. But if you do anything to the flag, that's your ass. This is crazy, y'all. When it's all said and done, Israel is going to be like Puerto Rico. No, they know. Puerto Rico is a territory of America. Israel owns America. Israel owns America. America is going to be like Puerto Rico. America is going to be the Puerto Rico and Guam and Virgin Islands and all the rest of those territories of that's what America really is to Israel. It's a territory of Israel, honestly. So it says the decision means burning, tearing, or grabbing the new Khazarian flag can be prosecuted as hate conduct. By contrast, the U.S. Supreme Court has long protected the burning of the U.S. American flag under the First Amendment. Citizens remain free to burn the flags. Citizens remain free to burn the flags of all 50 United U.S. states and every other nation. Only Israel's flag now carries legal protection against desecration. That is fucking insane. Damn. The case originated from protests in Washington last fall. A Zionist activist, Kamara Sumrall, wore the Israeli flag draped around her shoulders. An anti-genocide demonstrator pulled it away. He didn't do anything. He just pulled off her flag, off her shoulders. That's it. What? Hold on. But a criminal court later acquitted her. Police arrested the demonstrator, but a criminal court later acquitted her. Because fucking up a flag is not assault. So Summerall then filed a civil rights lawsuit with support from the National Jewish Advocacy Center, of course. She argued that pulling the flag amounted to racial discrimination. Judge McFadden agreed. Purposefully yanking on an Israeli flag tied around the Jewish person's neck is direct evidence of racial discrimination. What? How the hell am I saying something about her race because I'm shitting on the government? This is where this shit is going, y'all. Now, am I scared about that shit? Absolutely not. I know the law. I know how to get this shit wiped out in 2 seconds. Do you? Do you know how to get this wiped out in 2 seconds? This is absolutely unconstitutional. Obviously, the McFagin judge was obviously a Khazarian ball gargler and being paid for by the Khazarians. But at the end of the day, when this goes to an appeals court, they're going to wipe this shit off. They're going to wipe this shit off. However, it's going to have to get to an appeals court first. This is the thing. It's going to have to get to an appeals court first. So if the city is not going to sue because they lost, if the city's not going to sue, then it's just going to sit there. This law will be an actual law until someone else gets hit with it. And then they're going to have to sue and take it to an appeals court. And then if they get ruled against, then go all the way to the Supreme Court. But right now, this law stays. So this is crazy. So boom. He described the Star of David. He described the Star of David on the flag as a symbol of the Jewish race. So the symbol represents the Jewish race. And so if you desecrate the flag, you're thereby desecrating the entire Jewish race. This motherfucker is insane. Judge McFagin. He may call himself McFadden, but I don't know. It looks like McFagin to me. It says he further compared attacking the flag to using a racial slur against black people. What? Yanking the flag is like calling a black person nigger, is what he's saying. What in the entire fuck? If you yank on the Khazarian flag, it's like calling a black person nigger. God damn. This is where this shit is going, y'all. Holy shit. The ruling effectively merges the political symbol of the state of Israel with Jewish identity worldwide. This is crazy. This is fucking insane. No other national flag has ever been granted this status in U.S. courts. No other flag has been fucking equated to an entire race. But now the Jews get that shit? Wow. Okay. This shit is a powder keg getting ready to explode. These Jew motherfuckers think they're going to be able to suppress America. And now that the cat is out of the bag, that's a wrap for them. They've been able to hold on to control because they've been in the shadows for hundreds of years. Now you're in the open. This is the apocalypse, the unveiling, the uncovering. That's what apocalypse means. So the Khazarians have been unveiled. They have been uncovered. There's no hiding these niggas no more. They can't do any of the shit that they've done for the last couple hundred years. That shit is over. Their reign of fuckery is done. They know this. This is why they're trying to take Gaza, because they're never going to have another chance to do it ever again in history. The world is against them. And it's only going to get worse when these Generation Z soft ass motherfuckers, these soft ass Generation Z motherfuckers get into office. And they've been the people who've been advocating for Palestine the whole time. They're not going to give the Khazarians nothing. They're not going to give them anything. So now you can't burn, or you can't even look at it cross-eyed. If you look at the Jewish flag cross-eyed, you're going to jail. Racial discrimination. That's insane. Now, I wonder how they would pull that on a melanated person if it was a melanated person doing that. You're going to say the melanated person was committing racial discrimination? Is that what you're going to say? The black person was being racially hateful? Is that what I want to see that one? Yeah, accuse the black person of racism. I want to see that one. I want to see how far that goes. Please let me see how far that goes. You say with 25% of the people over there being down with the BS makes me feel they all on some BS. Yep. No, most of the people are. So this is the thing. It was 25% of the people marching against Netanyahu. They were marching against him. However, they weren't marching against the killing of the babies. They were only marching against him releasing the hostages, getting the hostages released. Now, having said that, most of the people over in New Khazaria do agree with the campaign, with the Gaza campaign, which is why most of that karma is going to come back on them, because most of those people do agree with what he's doing. This is why this is bad karma for all of them. So I'm just waiting to see it come back. I just want to be here when it comes back. Please let me see it. I want to see it. Yo, real quick too. Man, it's a lot of funny cats up in this live stream. There's a lot of funny cats in here, but the two funniest cats, especially last week, was Roger Roche and Dexter Robinson. Y'all some funny mo. Roger Roche and Dexter Robinson, I had to give y'all your props, man. Y'all had me rolling when I looked at the live stream from last week. Y'all had me dying. So just had to give a shout out to Dexter Robinson and Roger Roche. Roger Roche, you always funny in this bitch. So are you, Dexter Robinson. I had to give you your props because I had never said you how funny you was before, but you funny mug though. So it says that star is for the Moors, probably. It's engraved in the Alhambra in Spain. Yes. Not even it's represents as above, so below. The Star of David is just Masonic. It's Masonic knowledge. It's as above, so below. That's what that is. It's not a 6-pointed star. It is a 6-pointed star, but the 6-pointed star just represents as above, so below. The heavens and the earth, or the macrocosm and the microcosm. That's all it is. And again, remember the Jewish Masons, the B'nai B'rith, the cats I told you about last week when I went up in their museum and they headquarters, really. It was like, "What's up, bitches? What's poppin'?" No, I went up in there. I was like, "What's up, my nigga?" Went in there like, "Martin, what's up?" They was like, "What?" So shout out to Martin, my favorite TV show of all time. That and the Avatar, The Last Airbender, 2 favorite TV shows of all time. But so the Khazarians, and then keeping up with the Khazarians, at a recent AI convention, moving along, at a recent AI convention, one person recently said there could be nothing heard coming from every room but Hebrew, and it was beautiful. Obviously, that person was Khazarian. So basically what this means is the AI industry is being taken over, being ran by Khazarians. AI is being developed and run by Khazarians. He said at the AI convention, it was nothing but Hebrew being coming from every room. He was like, "Oh shit, there's nothing but Hebrew I hear in all the rooms." So the only other people who are going to be on that level is going to be China with DeepSeek and Elon with Grok. They're the only other two that could compete. But the Khazarians are going to be the ones that's running the world with AI. Do you see what's about to see? This is their audible, because they know they're losing the world. So they think if they can control AI, they can control all the algorithms. That's what Netanyahu bitch just came out and said. They need to control the algorithms. It's hard because so much negative information coming back against New Khazaria. So much lies, so many lies about what's going on in Gaza. How they're starving people. Don't people starving? We're not starving anyone. That's a lie. Blah, 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 lie. We're not starving anyone. We're not starving anyone. And they're talking about how the bombs were, all the buildings have been exploded and has been desecrated in Gaza. That wasn't us. That's not us. Hamas, they booby-trapped the buildings. So when we come in and they tried to kill the IDF. So when the buildings are completely leveled, it's the Hamas. They booby-trapped the buildings. So wait a minute, you gonna tell me Hamas got enough explosives to level all of Gaza, nigga? Big ass tall buildings, level them to the ground? Hamas, who only had 40,000 people in it before, like 40,000, like not real members too, like nigga just middle members, and most of them was young cats who they didn't have a lot of money. So where did they get the technology, the expertise, and all that to level all these buildings? with booby trap explosives. Because Netanyahu bitch is just full of shit, man. That nigga's evil. And it's so much about me. I'm the devil and I'm this and I'm that. And then the nigga said this. He said, this is the craziest shit he said. No matter what, he said, he says, the world respects strength. This is what this nigga said. The world respects strength. And no matter what, you have to win. He said, even if no matter if you're good or if they think you're bad, but if you win, they respect the strength. Nigga, what? So he just basically said he was the bad guy, but he had to stick it out and win, because if he wins, he knows that wins the narrative. If he wins the war, it wins the narrative, which is why he won't stop. This nigga said, no matter if you're good or if you're bad, it's strength that they respect. Wow. This nigga he just told the whole shit. He literally said the quiet part out loud. People have to be granted to go to heaven. People have to be granted to go to heaven. We have people rich who think they can quote part of the Lord's Prayer and done deal. That's funny. He says, Trump said, Trump said had to solve Ukraine-Russia war to go to heaven as a Christian nationalist. What? He said he had to solve that war to go to heaven? That nigga crazy. It's all bullshit. He don't give a shit about that war. So that's just crazy, you guys. The Khazarians are taking over the WEF, and now they're at the head of the game at developing AI. However, there's a caveat to that. That AI infrastructure a lot of it got wiped out by Iran in that war with the bombs. So shout out to Iran, because they strategically hit all those spots to take it out. All their technology spots and all that type of shit. Iran purposefully hit those places. So Iran set their AI shit back a bunch. So shout out to Iran for doing that. So moving along, Trump unveils the next big city he's planning a federal military takeover of. And it ain't LA. He's not coming for LA. So it says President Donald Trump signaled Friday which American city he would be federalizing next after doing so in Washington, D.C. Now, he can't really do a lot of this shit unless he calls a national emergency. However, he may just call one and let the court sort it out. He may call a national emergency, do it, and then he knows the Democrats are going to sue him, and then he'll just he'll wait it out in the court. But while it's going on in court, he's gonna be smashing in the city. So says when we're ready, when we're ready, we'll go in and we'll straighten out Chicago, just like we did DC, Trump told reporters Friday afternoon during a World Cup event. Chicago, it's over for you bitch ass niggas. You little emotional ass niggas killing people every goddamn night. Now check this out too. They were talking about how the crime rate was down in DC. Do you know what the killing average rate was in DC before Trump got there? 3 people a night. 3 people a night on average was getting killed every damn week. The first week Trump was there, 3 people that week. Only 3 people that week. Now, 3 still a lot to me. 1 is a lot. But 3 that week versus 3 a night. And if 3 people are getting killed a night, you're talking about the crime has dropped. How many was getting killed then before that? 7? Well, the crime has come down. Only 3 niggas is getting killed now, man. You know, we're on the right path. We're moving down the yellow brick road, man. We're moving. Like, nigga, wait a minute, that ain't the song. That ain't the song, white man. We're moving. That ain't how it go. It's called Ease On Down, bitch. Where the fuck you get yours on? We're moving. We're moving. No, white man, that ain't that ain't how we do it. That ain't how we doing. It's called Ease On Down, bitch. So Chicago, it's over for Chicago. So yes, he did. The scriptures you say have it. Oh, okay. Y'all talking about some God. Y'all talking about some God shit up in here. Y'all almost some Christian bullshit. Christianity bullshit up in here. In my live stream, y'all talking about some Christianity bullshit. Y'all don't deal with that shit. The hell y'all doing? So it says the president indicated that the plan wasn't fully in action as he hadn't yet reached out to Chicago Mayor Brenda Johnson. You know, he's a transformer, so I call him Brenda Johnson. He did call the Democrat names in the Oval Office. Chicago is a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent, and we'll straighten that one out probably next. that will be our next one after this. That will be our next one after this, and it won't even be tough. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna do that shit easy, bitch. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna smash on all them bitches. Straight up. Straight up, we're gonna smash it. And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, he looked over to JD Vance when he said this, and the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming at us to go. They're wearing red hats just like this one, but they're wearing they're wearing red hats just like this one, but they're wearing red hats. So the niggas over there in the hood are loving it. They loving it. I don't know if you've seen the hood videos. They're showing two forms of videos. There's white activists, liberal Democrats. Go home, you fascist. You shouldn't be doing this. This is a fascist state. You authoritarian. This is blah, 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 blah. Right? They're killing. They're in the street with megaphones and all this and that. All these white motherfuckers. Then you go talk to the black people. Like, God damn, we needed this shit for the longest. God damn, I've been waiting on this shit. Come on, man. We should have been happening. I mean, not say all of them, but at least 90% of the melanated people that are interviewed in the hood are like, this should have been happening. And they're like, God damn, thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you, President Trump. They're like, God damn, this should have happened years ago. So they even had one dude get pulled over. I don't know if I can do this damn mic on the goddamn table. My hand, I'm too active. Be knocking over the mic and shit. I'm too active for this shit. But they had one dude who got pulled over or whatever. He was getting hemmed up with his girl, and there was some activists out there screaming at him or whatever. Turns out the dude was a felon, a fugitive felon, and all that. And they're screaming, "Let him go! He didn't do anything." Like this nigga's a felon. This nigga's an armed felon, a fugitive. Excuse me, armed fugitive felon. And so he on the run. And these white people are like, "Let him go." What are you talking about? You just out here, you don't have anything to do with your life. Just anything that's anti-Trump. You have no purpose other than that, right? So there was a brother cop who showed up on the scene. And he was like, hell yeah, we need this shit. It's a black brother cop. He was a young cop too. Actually, this is funny. The dude who was getting arrested, that was the felon, that was the cop's stepdad. I forgot that detail. So the police showed up on the scene, arrested this dude who was a fugitive felon who had a gun, who was reported to be armed, right? And he was arrested with his wife. So while the activists are screaming at him, white activists, all white activists, people too, right? Maybe it's a couple of Hispanics. But then the brother showed up on the scene. He was like, yeah, that's my stepdad. And he was like, oh, and the dude who was in it, he was like, oh shit, that's your stepdad. He was like, yeah. He's like, I'm also a cop. He was like, yeah, I'm also a cop. So we need this shit. So his stepdad was the one getting hemmed up, and he was also like, yeah, we need this shit. And so, just saying. He says, I only believe in that picture JJ painted good. Jesus, that look like Ned DeWino. Straight up. Ned DeWino. Shout out to Ned DeWino. Oh boy, what you know about Ned DeWino? He says, did they interview Otis with the shower cap or Travion with the with the do-rag? Nah, they interviewed a couple little Hispanic cats though. There was a couple of little young Hispanic cats out there, like 13 and 14. And the dude said, what's the youngest you seen what's the youngest person you seen with a gun? He said, my age, 13, 14. He said, you got to be strapped out here. You got to be, this is insane. The little young 13, 14 was like, yo, like, you got to be, you got to be pieced up out in this bitch. So it says, African American ladies, beautiful ladies. This is Trump quoting Trump. African American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, go to Chicago. He said, African ladies, beautiful African ladies. He probably, hey man, y'all be talking about Trump. If Trump was a racist, he still like black cootie. No matter how racist Trump is, that boy like black cootie. I know that shit. Yo, Conceptual Lenses, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the Cash App. And everybody else who hit the Cash App today, appreciate you guys. I got you, Broderick Enoch. Appreciate you again, brother. So thank you, everybody. But he said he said African American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump. This nigga funny. He added that he did great with the black vote. I did great with the black vote. So I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help New York. And he's coming to New York. This nigga's about to roll up into every other city, goddammit. About to go down. And so I'm telling you, if you don't want to get mistakenly snatched up, because, and it's funny how when he went to DC to clean up, and immediately said, we're going to clean up the crime. We're going to clean up the crime around DC, this and that. And immediately all the melanated people said, he's going after black people. He just wants to, wait a minute. He didn't say he was going after black people. He said he was going after the crime. So with you saying that he's going after black people, are you admitting that black people commit all the crime? Because to me, that sounds like an admission that most of the crime is being committed by black people. When he didn't say I'm going after black people, he said I'm going after the crime. And immediately you equate that with black people. So, but you call white people and everybody else wrong when they equate crime with black people, but you immediately did that. And said, he's going after blacks. Well, I didn't say blacks. I said crime. You equated crime with black people. So, what did he say? Oh yeah, the hit dog holler. Yep. You think a hit dog will holler straight up. I didn't say nothing about black people. I said crime. You said black people. So that shit was just funny as hell. So moving along in Skittle news, Rainbow Skittle news, a Yosemite National Park ranger was fired after hanging a pride flag from El Capitan, this big ass mountain in Yosemite, while some park visitors could be faced persecution. I get lost. Man, this thing be scrolling like a mug, man. All right. I got to read that over. I scroll past it. So a Yosemite National Park ranger was fired after hanging a pride flag from El Capitan, while some park visitors could face prosecution under protest restrictions that have been tightened under President Donald Trump. So it's a whole bunch of people, factivists, or activists, they were out there in the park when Donald Trump kicked out a lot of people out of the, when he had the executive order to he didn't really kick people out. He just basically said, if you have gender dysphoria and it shows, you can't be in the military. You can't work for the government. Now, if you have gender dysphoria, but you're not showing it at work, hey, we ain't tripping. But if you have gender dysphoria and it's showing at work, it's going to be a problem. So that's all he said. So then they took that as him trying to destroy trans people, Transformers in America. He's trying to wipe out Transformers, right? So it says Shannon Jocelyn, a ranger Shannon is a dude who think he a girl. A ranger and biologist studies bats said they hung a 66-foot wide Transformer Pride flag on the famous climbing wall that looms over the California Park's main thoroughfare for about 2 hours on May 20th before taking it down voluntarily. A termination letter they received last week accused Jocelyn of failing to demonstrate acceptable conduct in their capacity as a biologist and cited the May incident. Then this is quote, I was usually hurting. Oh, excuse me. I was hurting because there was a lot of policies coming from the current administration that target trans people, and I'm non-binary. Jocelyn, 35, told the Associated Press, adding that hanging the flag was their way of saying we're all safe in national parks. We're all safe here. We're all safe, everybody. You can come here. We're safe. Trump's not here. He's not going to hurt us. He's safe. I promise. You can come here.
Together, apart. Can I come? Can I come? I can come and together. Can I put my things together like that, or should I do them apart? Put together, together. No, what part? Okay, apart.
You can come out together and apart. You can do it all. You're safe here. When you want to put them together, you can do that. When you want to separate them, you can do that too. It's everything here.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I've been hoping. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
You might want to take a little you got some of that lemon and honey and some and some cayenne pepper and some shit. Might want to loosen that up a little bit, bro.
Thanks. I'll do that later. But together, I just want to do it. I just want to get back to my together. Together. Yeah. This is actually a workout too, guys. If you do this is a workout.
We'll try it later. Thanks. So apparently, then this is the crazy part. Hold up. I didn't get to the crazy part. Jocelyn said their friends send the opposite message. Oh, excuse me, their firings. I'm sorry. Jocelyn said their firings send the opposite message. If you're a federal worker and you have any kind of identity that doesn't agree with the current administration, then you must be silent or you will be eliminated. She but I thought they was non-binary. And first of all, it's a dude. First, let's get this straight. It's a dude. When you see the motherfucker, it's a dude. Nigga deep, voice deeper than mine. Motherfucker, voice deeper than mine. So when you see it as a dude, but now they said they were non-binary, right? But then now it's she. So she also said that taking down the flag was a message that Transformers are not safe in the park. You're not safe. It went from this is a safe space, guys. You're not safe here. Run. Put them together. Put them away. Put them away. You're not safe. No, don't put them together or apart. No, they don't want to see them. You're not safe here. Baby, they don't want to see them together or apart. What? No, not together. What's the matter, guys? Oh shit, man. You're not safe in the park, guys, if they can't hang a Transformer flag to let all the Transformers know, the one Transformer that comes there a month, a year, every 5 years, that they're safe. Because we know that's all Transformers do is go hiking. And all of them need to know that they're safe when they come here. All of them. They're all safe here. Okay. Okay, Jocelyn. Moving along, and still in Skittle news. A U.S. Transformer woman challenges Dutch asylum rejection. So she is a U.S. citizen. She's a U.S. citizen. And she applied for asylum in Dutchland, right? She applied for Dutch in the Netherlands. She applied for asylum because she said, or he said that Transformers were getting persecuted in America. And so they had to flee for their lives. Run for your lives. So here's the story. A 28-year-old Transformer woman from the U.S. began a legal challenge on Wednesday to the rejection of her asylum application in the Netherlands, where she had had sought political asylum, saying she no longer felt safe in the United States. Veronica Clifford Carlos, a visual arts major from California, came to the Netherlands, the first country to legalize same-sex marriage. I didn't know that. They were the first country to legalize same-sex marriage. Okay. So the Netherlands came to the Netherlands, the first country to legalize same-sex marriage, and known for its strong protections of LGBT rights, because the Trump administration policies towards transgender people made her feel unsafe, her lawyers offered Sunday. So again, it says, because the Trump administration's policies towards transformer people made her feel unsafe. The case, the first of its kind in the Netherlands, will be heard in a court in Amsterdam starting Wednesday, with a ruling expected in 4 to 6 weeks. So, oh shit, hold up. This is the part. So, since taking office in January, Donald Trump has issued executive orders limiting transformer rights, banned transformer people from serving in the armed forces, and rescinded anti-discrimination policies for LGBTQ people. Dutch advocacy, I can't even say the damn word. I can't even say the word advocacy. Damn. Why can't I say that word? Dutch advocacy group LGBT asylum support, which backs the lawsuit, is currently assisting around 20 U.S. transformers with pending asylum claims. According to the data from the Immigration and Nationalization Service, 29 Americans applied for asylum in the Netherlands during the first half of this year. In previous years, there were between 9 and 18 applicants per year. So it basically said, you're not getting persecuted in America. That's basically what they said. There's no one trying to kill you in America because you're a transformer. What the hell are you talking about? Get your bitch ass back over to America and deal with it. That's basically what they was told. Get your soft, mushy Constitution ass out of here and go back to America, where no one is persecuting you. So this is the delusion of the transformer people, that America is trying to kill them or take them out or whatever. Wipe them out? That's the word. America's trying to wipe out all the transformer people, and they have to run for their lives. So, Veronica, I hope you get in to the Netherlands, because we don't want your bitch ass over here. If you talking about America's trying to wipe you out, get the hell on in. Last one I got in transformer news. The moment a woke pro-trans activist recoils on being told her disgusting placards is racist. So this is crazy. So an activist turns out to be racist. A transformer activist was left in complete shock after a Democrat Party leader confronted her for waving an overly racist placard at a rally outside a Virginia school board meeting. Pro-transformer rights protester gathered outside the Arlington County School Board meeting Thursday evening in support of the district's policy that allows transformer students to use girls' locker rooms and bathrooms. They still with me? Come on, man. You're still trying to let little boys and dudes into the girls' locker rooms, man. We still on that shit? The demonstration appeared mostly peaceful, until one woman sparked massive controversy with her placard directly targeting Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears. Earl Sears was speaking out against the bathroom policy, which I think this is funny too. I think this person is black. I think this is why it's in here. So Earl Sears was speaking out against the bathroom policy, which has caused the Department of Education to threaten to cut off the district's funding. Hey, Winsome, this is the person speaking. Hey, Winsome, if trans can't share your bathroom, then blacks can't share my water fountain. What? What the fuck you just say? That's what happened at the whole shit. They was like, the fuck you just say? That motherfucker was like, oh shit. Oh shit. What did I say? So again, hey Winsome, if trans people can't share your bathroom, which is like that's just a normal thing, then blacks can't share my water fountain. What? Okay, you just jumped off the ledge with that one, huh? They just took a they just dove completely off the edge with that shit. And then it says one side of the woke protesters sign read. The other sign said, hey Winsome, you have a gender neutral bathroom in your house. Talking about if you have if you're married. Steve Baker, chairman of the Arlington County Democratic Party, confronted the woman about the overtly racist sign after it caused an uproar in the local media. That's getting a lot of play on TV right now, he told the protester, an unidentified elderly liberal white woman. So this is a white, again, an unidentified elderly liberal white woman. Confirmed the press was negative. The woman appeared shocked. She did the pearl shit. Like, bitch, that's racist. You ever see that little kid, that little black kid, when he do that? She's like, oh no, oh no, what did I do? Oh my God, what did I do? This motherfucker started tripping. No. Yeah, bitch. You racist bitch. You goddamn right, you racist ass bitch. Old ass elderly woman. She knows she was probably racist as fuck back in the past. Now she trying to clean up her goddamn spirit before she die and shit by advocating for transformer motherfuckers, right? Because she shitting on all the black people in the past, right? Because she said he's elderly. Elderly mean like you in your 70s or 80s. So you know she was probably racist back in the day, right? So she was saying some fucked up shit about niggas. Now she want to clean her soul up. And then she got motherfucking one foot in the grave and the other foot on the banana peel. She like, oh shit, I gotta clean up my karma. Oh shit. Trans people's rights. Trans people's rights. Like, bitch, if you don't get your old ass fucking decaying fist down, bitch, you get your old gnarled rights. But see how clean and quick that racist insult came out? Hey, Winstrom, if Transformers can't use your bathroom, blacks can't use my goddamn water. What? That shit came out like it just second nature. She just said that shit like she just got that. Like she be spitting bars and shit. She be spitting bars to that shit. So she got blazed on and embarrassed, but I don't think old people really get that embarrassed too much, because if she said that shit, that was in her soul. The way she said it, that shit came from that came from way down deep. Way deep down. You say whether they be conservative or liberal, LGBT or straight, they all agree on our oppression. Straight up. He says they want to spread their bobo flags. They want to spread their Bobo Flakes in the ladies' room. Oh, that's funny. He said, if we are if we are the blacks and the whites, or what is it? If we are the blacks and the whites, or the white we are now, also the colors and the whites, as the Indians called them, pale skin. You mean pale skin? Hey, please clean that up. I don't think you wrote that too properly. The speech to text messed you up, so you may want to redo that one. Says good. Winsome said we need to get over slavery, but never forget the Holocaust. So go, yeah, yep. She absolutely. So yeah, Winsome is full of shit, it's full of crap. Also, I think I got that story on in a minute. So moving along in the science and the weird. So inside the grainy 18-minute Roswell alien autopsy footage that shocked the world. So there's a couple of videos. Let me see if I can find. See if I can show you guys. Damn. Oh man, hold on. Oh, hold on, guys. Oh shit. God dang it. So I'm locked out. I was trying to get back into my account so I can show you guys what I was watching earlier, but hold on. Let me see. I'm trying one more time. Hold on. All right. So I think I'm in. Damn it, we dude. Yeah, damn, this thing is tripping. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm about to go to my history so I can show you guys. So I'm gonna show you guys the difference between these two videos. So there was two videos. There was two alien videos. So let me show you. Let me read the story for you guys. So it says an 18-minute video of an alleged alien autopsy that sent the world into frenzy decades ago has resurfaced as investigations into UFOs reached a fever pitch. So hold on, where is it? All right. So you got to see this. Can you see the screen? All right. So watch this. We can find it. There it is. So watch this. This is crazy. Now, this though is not the real one. So we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna show this, and then if I can show you guys what I was watching earlier. So check this out.
Saving on your education should be a right, not a competition.
Are you kidding me?
At University of
God damn. What the? Are you serious right now? Are they gonna try to make me watch a 30-minute goddamn video? Fuck that. I'm not watching no 30-minute commercial. What the hell are you doing? Get a goddamn video, man. Wow. Oh, here we go. Kidding me with all these damn advertisements? Shit. Look at that. All right. So you seen it, right? So let me see. I gotta. So it's messed up. I have to stop sharing that one and then reshare the screen so I can show you YouTube. All right. Okay. So where's the video? This is not my YouTube history. What the hell is this? What the hell? Oh, all right. I can't show it. Because this is not my. This is another account I had. But there's a alien. Hold on. Let me see if I can type it in. You. Come on. Where is it? Damn it. Where is it? Oh, is that? No. Damn it. I know you guys seen this video. I hope you seen it. Oh man. So there is a video. Damn it, I don't have it. So it's not showing it. It didn't come up. So there's a video. Let me put it back on the screen. Sorry, guys. So I can't show you, but there's a video of so that's supposed to be fake. The video that I just showed you, they said that was fake. So it says the shocking film showing 3 people in hazmat suits dissecting what appeared to be an alien body from 1947 Roswell crash in New Mexico was originally released in 1995. So this is when I first started to get into the consciousness world. And so I saw this back then. The grainy black and white footage was televised worldwide, revealing a humanoid figure with a large head and dark eyes being cut open, further fueling the growing speculation of a government cover-up. Millions of viewers were fascinated because the film seemed to prove that aliens existed, especially as shows like The X-Files, that was my shit. Shout out to Mulder and Scully. The X-Files were becoming a cultural phenomenon. Years later, however, the film's producers admitted it was all a sophisticated hoax filmed in a London apartment using animal parts and plastic casts. Despite their confession, questions remain as one of the filmmakers behind the fake alien autopsy claimed the video was based on a real recording of scientists examining the remains of a dead extraterrestrial. So even though that was fake, they saw the real one. They saw the real video and just reenacted the video. The film has now surged back into the public conversation about alien life, thanks to a new docuseries that is set to explore this mystery, diving into the video's creation 30 years ago and its lasting impact on UFO culture. Now, that's that video. There's another video that I can't find. I was watching it earlier because I put in my goddamn my wrong I put in the wrong code, but there's another alien interview or interrogation. It's not it's an alien interrogation. And so they're pulling, the alien is alive. Wait a minute, I wish I could find it. Man, hold on. Let me see if I can find this, please. Hold on, please. Because y'all had to see this one. If you haven't seen this, oh, wait, is this it? No, hold on. Oh, here it is. I got it. Hold on. I found it. So I gotta I found it. So check this out. Oops. Damn it. All right, I found it. Here we go. So you can see the screen here. I can let I'm gonna do the full screen. Now check this out. They said that video was fake, right? But check this video out.
What we're seeing.
All right, we're looking at the interview suite at S4. It's kept dark for the comfort of the aliens. The figure who is just barely visible in the left foreground is the telepath, and behind the camera is a raked seating area for observers. Although in this case, I believe the only other person present was a military aide. The alien is seated behind a glass partition in a biocontainment area, which is maintained at biosafety level 2, the lowest designation. That's primarily for the protection of the aliens, not us. The theory is that if they were going to infect us with an alien bug, it would have happened 50 years ago. In fact, all the indications are the aliens eliminated microbial and viral life from their own ecosystem long ago. They aren't susceptible to our diseases directly, but it has been shown that microbes can reproduce and form colonies within their respiratory systems, which tends to exacerbate the debilities they seem to suffer anyway in our environment. In fact, you can see here the alien is beginning to flag. The interview was not going well. The telepath was trying to clarify some points from a previous interview, but he wasn't receiving coherent responses. As you can see, the being is in real distress. At this point, the telepath is sending out a message to the medical staff. He's trying to communicate with the alien, but he's getting no response. There's very little he can do. There's no direct connection between his space and the biocontainment area. That's the aide stepping in on the right. The medical staff should be there by now. They're slow in responding. There they are. I have to say, the medical personnel at S4 are less than first rate. They tend to be selected for their willingness to keep secrets rather than their medical competence. By the way, he's not shining that light into the eyes. It looks that way, but in fact, he's checking for hemorrhaging around the eye sockets and in the nasal cavity. I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to watch this.
Yeah. So, the London one was fake, but what about that one? What about that one right there, buddy? I'm gonna need to know about that video. Fuck that alien autopsy shit. What the fuck was that? You see that alien in there and the motherfucking humans in there? Examining that nigga? God damn, man. Yo. You said it's another one too. It says that alien is telling them things. Trying to. They said telepathically. They say it was trying to communicate telepathically. With any skin exposed. What you talking about? With any skin exposed? Who you talking about? Why would they be doing that with any skin exposed? Hold on, let me see. Oh. Because he just didn't you hear what he just said? He just said that he don't think that they have alien microbes or whatever the hell that was. What'd you say? That's right, Jimmy. Get your butt to class, boy. Oh, he ain't talking. No, you always in class, Jimmy. But oh, you mean class right now? Oh, okay. Peace out, Jimmy. We have law police stop law classes going on right now. while I'm live streaming, we have classes on Mondays. Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays is when we hold our live classes. So we have three live classes, then we have online virtual classes as well. So you're gonna get all the knowledge that you can get when you up in here. You know what I'm talking about, trying to get this
What
information.
if the real superpower was already inside you? The Great Book of Melanin Research reveals 130 years of scientific studies conducted by governments around the world on you. This isn't fiction. It's real research on melanin uncovering its superconductive, photoconductive, cell-protective, and DNA shielding abilities. Yeah, they've known for over a century. Why don't you? Order now and get the exclusive Police Stop Law Package free. That's the Know Your Rights Manual, Constitutional Rights Card, Qualified Immunity Notice and Card, Police Stop Flashcards Volume 1 and 2, the Public Official Bonds Book. Learn how to hold them personally accountable. This is power in your hands, biological and legal. They studied you. Now you study them. Click the link. Get the truth. Get protected. The Great Book of Melanin Research. It's time you knew what they know.
Bam! Got to get that information, get that law information. You can get it for free by ordering the Great Book of Melanin Research, that hard copy. Bam. And that's the real way you support every way you support me. But you really want to support, this is how we go. This is how we do right here. You know, they took me out of the monetary program. It's funny. I still get when I'm talking crazy on here and I say stuff that's not supposed to be monetizable, I still get messages that says your video could not be monetized this week. I'm like, nigga, I'm not in the monetized program. You took me out. So I don't give a damn, bitch. So it's hilarious. But what'd you say, Christian? He says, I have people who live in Chicktown and they mention that the crime rates have increased. Trump is full of crap. What you mean? I have people who live in Chicago. I guess that's Chicago. And they mentioned that the crime rates have decreased. Oh, decreased. My bad. Decreased? Are you insane? They just showed a damn fucking documentary of the people walking around in Chicago. I just saw that this morning. Literally just saw that this morning. Those people were begging Trump to bring that shit over there. These are all the people in the hood. So I don't know who you know. But the people that they were talking to in the hood, all of them, when they were walking around the street, hell yeah, bring that shit over here. We can't do nothing over here. Boom, boom, boom. Every damn night. Three killings a night. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody said 3 killings a night in Chicago also. At least. Minimum. Remember, that's minimum. Sorry. That's minimum. That's the average. So they'll take a bunch of killings and average it out. Average is 3. So that's some bullshit. Everybody knows that's some bullshit that Trump need to go to. That Chicago should have been the first city he went to. That's the worst city in America where these little young cats is killing up each other. So I don't know what your people talking about. So as you can see, y'all let me know which is real. Which one was real? Was it the autopsy video in London that was based on the real one? They said it was based on a real video, or the one I just showed. Y'all let me know. He says people talk about decrease like based on based on what? 50 or 100 a night, but now it's 3 a night. Shaking my head. Right. Fuck decrease. I want 0 crime. White people have 0 crime in their neighborhoods. Do you know that? Have you ever lived in one of them hoods? I have. I lived in Beverly Hills. I lived in Beverly Hills. Do you understand how great it felt when I lived in Beverly Hills? I can do anything. And I'm talking about I'm from the hood. So it was a complete difference. I'm from the hood. Like Crips Had a Blood and the Crip living in my house. I've said this story before. That's the hood I'm from. Blood and the Crip living in the house with me at the same time. A Blood and a Crip. So I'm from that hood. Then I lived in Beverly Hills. And do you understand the difference? And it wasn't necessarily in like Beverly Hills where all the rich places was. So Beverly Hills is not all like rich homes. They still have apartments and shit that you can rent in Beverly Hills. Shit. See, I gotta give me another mic. I'm gonna break the shit out of this mic. But but there's still apartments that you can rent in Beverly Hills. And so on the cheaper side, the upper rent side. So I was living there a long time ago with my ex-girlfriend, and man, that was the best place I have ever lived in Los Angeles. That place is beautiful, quiet as shit, quick as hell to get to anywhere. I mean, goddamn. So no crime. You understand me? Not one police officer rolling around. I mean, you see a couple of them rolling around because they want to show a presence or something like that. They don't mess around with people in Beverly Hills, but there was nobody rolling over there doing nothing. So, and this is again not the rich area where the nice houses. This is just the regular outskirts of Beverly Hills, the perimeter Beverly Hill area. So, nice neighborhoods are nice. No crime. We want zero crime. I don't want somebody to tell me that crime rates are coming down. Fuck that. Crime rates don't come down in white areas. There are none. There is no crime. So moving along, dark energy filled black holes plus DESI data give neutrino masses. Excuse me. Let me read that over. Let me read that headline again. These headlines, they don't add certain filler words. But dark energy filled black holes plus DESI data give neutrino masses that make sense. Now, again, that's some scientist shit, but I'm going to break it down what it is. It's basically saying that black holes create dark matter. That's basically what that said. They think that this is a hypothesis. They think that dark holes or black holes create dark matter. So it says, these are exciting times to explore the largest unanswered questions in physics, thanks to high-tech experiments, and very precise data. That's particularly true of dark energy, the name given to the mysterious driver of the universe's accelerating expansion. So dark energy, not dark matter, I should say. In a report published in the Physical Review Letters, a collaboration of researchers has released data strengthening the case that dark energy's influence on the universe, long believed to be constant, is actually changing over cosmic time. The team and external collaborators show how the data can be understood as a signal of matter being converted into dark energy. So it says black holes convert matter into dark energy, which is the base where everything comes from anyway. So it says it comes from the energy, goes to matter, then the black holes convert it back to its original form, which was energy. The new findings stem from an isolated mountain in southern Arizona called Lachlan. What? Lachlan? Wait a minute. Arizona called Lachlan Duang. What the hell is this damn mountain? In Arizona, Lachlan Duang. What the hell is that? What the hell mountain is that? Lachlan Duang. Is that how you spell it? It says is D-U apostrophe or accent A-G. How you spell that? Duag? Is that Duag? I guess that's it. Duag. Hold on. What the hell? The southern Arizona called Lachlan Duag. Here, the Tohono O'odham Nation stewards Kitt Peak Nation or National Observatory. The way this motherfucker wrote this is terrible writing. I'm just gonna say this right now. This is fucking terrible writing. So it's basically trying to explain the people at the National Observatory who said this. So it says, Kitt Peak National Observatory, where the dark energy spectroscopic instrument, or DESI, peers deep into the universe's past, using 5,000 robotic, 5,000 robotic eyes, each focused on a different galaxy every 15 minutes. Working every hour of nearly every night, DESI has already mapped millions of galaxies and other types of ancient luminous objects, many from when the universe was less than half its current size. In the current study, the researchers focused on an interpretation of black holes as tiny bubbles of dark energy. So it's calling black holes dark energy. So in the dark hole, it's the gravitational mass is so thick that anything in it gets pulled apart or stretched and eventually then pulled apart. The first part of that is called the event horizon. So there's a movie called The Event Horizon. Anybody ever seen that movie with Larry Fishburne? Larry Fishburne and my homeboy that I grew up with, Richard T. Jones. He was in what's the movie y'all might know him from? Richard T. Jones. He's on some cop movie. What is it? The Rookie. I think he's on The Rookie right now. But he was in a bunch of movies. I think the main one that black people would know him from is The Wood. He was the bald head dude in The Wood. He never went to Inglewood. I went to Inglewood. Nigga, you didn't go to Inglewood. You went to what was it? Where did he go? He went to some Catholic school. I forgot the Catholic school he went to, but he didn't go to Inglewood. But he was also in what's the other movie about getting married? It was some movie, some Tyler Perry movie about being married. Why Did I Get Married? I think he was in there. He was the asshole. And Why Did I Get Married? So that's my homeboy. His name is Richard T. Jones. And excuse me. So I lost my place. So they were in that movie Event Horizon, him and Larry Fishburne. And an Event Horizon is when you enter the black hole, and the black hole's mass is so dense that you get stretched and pulled through the black hole. Eventually, you get pulled apart and disintegrated. That's the theory of an event horizon within the black hole. So what this thing is saying, that when matter enters it, which is that thing, when it's getting stretched and pulled apart, eventually it gets redistributed as dark energy. That event horizon thing, which stretches and pulls things apart back to nothing, is turning it back into the energy. So hope that was a simplified explanation of what all this damn these niggas talking about. So again, in the current study, the researchers focused on an interpretation of black holes as tiny bubbles of dark energy, because black holes are made when massive stars exhaust their nuclear fuel and collapse. This cosmologically coupled black hole, or CCBH hypothesis, requires the conversion of stellar matter into dark energy. So basically, you come from dark energy, and then that's where you will return. Ultimately, is what it's saying. We come from the universe, or the energy, the source, and we will eventually return to the source. And that's the black hole converts anything that goes through it back to dark energy. Wow. So you said, I seen a video that shows a beam of light or a UFO coming out of a black what? Word? Now, aliens have probably figured out how to transverse black holes. They said their technology is like hundreds of thousands to millions of years beyond what we know. So you would think they probably know how to travel or traverse a black hole or two, maybe. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just spitballing, just saying. Moving along. Shortly after Health and Human Services Secretary, I talked about this last week, how RFK Jr. was killing the crack scene on the respiratory crack scene for the CV19. Awesome. I told you I was gonna call balls and strikes. RFK, you've been doing great. You've been doing great. Now, I don't know, y'all. RFK may be slipping up a little bit. Says shortly after Health and Human Services, or HHS Secretary RFKJ announced plans to halt $500 million in funding to develop vaccines or vaccines using mRNA technology, he said in a press conference that he favors the development of a universal vaccine that mimics natural immunity. So he want to get rid of the CV19, but he wants to create a universal vaccine for everybody. Nigga. Nope. Nope. But sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Man, and Dexter Robinson, I didn't see what you were saying last week about your family members, man. Sorry to hear about that, bro. I read it. I was going through the chat and saw your thing, what you said about your family members. So, man, sorry to hear that, bro. That's jacked up that your family members allegedly maybe have, kicked, that happened to them from the crack scene. So, man, and now he wants to come out with a universal crack scene, which is some bullshit. A universal vaccine is a vaccine designed to provide protection against many or all strains of a specific virus. Unlike existing vaccines, the need frequent updates. Unlike existing vaccines that need frequent updates, viruses mutate. A universal vaccine would offer long-lasting, broad protection against the wider range of variants, including those that might emerge in the future. So, no, I don't want that. What about vitamins? What about not saying that vitamins, YouTube, bitch tube. I'm saying people should just take vitamins because allegedly they're healthy. I don't even know how to say the shit no more now. You don't even know how to talk to you. Just goddamn, you said all I said was nano silver, and they damn near took my. They didn't damn near do it. They took my video down. So what about natural things to boost your natural immunity? Come on, bro. He's on other podcasts talking about how he takes kimchi and all these. Like, he eats healthy. Like, and you should eat kimchi every now and then. If you don't, kimchi is real good for your gut. It has like 900 or something like that probacteria. Like, what is it? The basilicus or whatever, that probacteria. It has 900 of them things because it's fermented. That's so anything fermented has that good bacteria that can that helps you digest shit. So that's why a lot of people drink that kombucha. I hate that shit. Kombucha is the nastiest shit in the universe. I don't know how in the hell y'all drink that shit, but kimchi, you should you should eat kimchi. If not, they got kimchi supplements and shit like that. But that's probably one of the best things for your gut is kimchi. Or kimchi fried rice. That's delicious. If y'all live in a place you got Korean food, get you some kimchi fried rice. I'm telling you, that shit is amazing. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna eat after this live stream. So glad I figured that out. I'm eating me some kimchi fried rice after this live stream. God damn, that shit is good. You stick with sauerkraut. That works. Sauerkraut works. Fermented, anything fermented. Anything fermented. Kev, have you seen the live hearings on the crack scene injuries? Some of them. Yep. Yep. And man, it is jacked up. So he wants to create a universal. Oh, check this out. There's even more to it. So I forgot. Oh, This is actually the more important part. Researchers are exploring different approaches, including targeting stable parts of the V that don't change as rapidly as other parts. While still in the early stages of development, universal vaccines hold potential for significantly impacting public health by reducing the need for frequent vaccinations and potentially mitigating the severity of future pandemics. And then it says they create the vaccine to create the vaccine. They're using something called SAM mRNA, or self-amplifying mRNA. What the fuck is that? Self-amplifying? So the mRNA already goes in your body and is allegedly it's supposedly turn off the signals in your body, right? That your immune signals. It turns it off. This is what we read. This is what we heard about last week from that doctor at the HHS, right? He said it turns off the immune signals and transmitters, and it what else did he say? The mitochondria. It does something to the mitochondria, allegedly. I think it's safe and effective, but he said that. Now, but so now it's something called SAM mRNA, self-amplifying. What the fuck? So now it's going to self-reproduce, just constantly be reproducing in the body. Self-amplifying. He got his own bullhorn, got his own PA, got his own mic. This is the mRNA virus. Please put your hands on the wall. Put your hands behind your head. Put your hands behind your head, motherfucker. Virus, put your hands behind your head, virus. You understand? Get against the wall. One of them self-amplifying mRNA. Sam mRNA. Uncle Sam mRNA. Apparently. Uncle Sam mRNA. Goddamn. What'd you say? That's cancer. Amplifying, replicating. Oh, yeah, Dexter. Yeah, bruh. That's what it sounds like to me. Now, again, I ain't no doctor, so I can't say necessarily that's what it is. Like, I don't trust none of these mofos who on the ability to heal. You say you stick with sauerkraut. This is they already got in the meat. Oh, that's what they say, allegedly. I don't know for sure. I can't say it for sure. But they allegedly in the meat. Yeah, allegedly. Hold on, let me see. You saw that back in the day. Boom, boom, boom. Did I miss anybody? So, yeah, man. RFK, you were doing so good. Then you did the Leon Let. You fumbled that to 2. Don't Leon Let this bitch. Robert Kennedy, you can't Leon Let this bitch. This nigga thought he had it. Then Tasker, all the way from the back, swat that ball out. If you don't remember what I'm talking about, this is I think it was the turkey game. Was it the Thanksgiving game? Dallas against Buffalo. And Leon Let bitch ass got the goddamn ball and almost ran it back to the end zone. He almost had it. 2-yard line. But he had to celebrate. He started celebrating and shit. And Tasker came up from the back and swatted that shit out. Pow! Swatted the ball out at the 2-yard line and fucked the whole shit up. So don't Leon Let this bitch. Robert Kennedy, don't let Tasker come and knock the shit out your head. We was doing so good, man. We were doing so good. So moving along, zombie spiders. Zombie spiders? It's enough we got to worry about. Goddamn, man. So zombie spiders infected by never before seen fungus are invading American homes. Holy shit. You got one of them in your house? This is crazy. A mysterious fungus. This is basically what's that show? the TV show with Pedro Pascal. What is it? The Last of Us. This is basically The Last of Us. So a mysterious fungus is turning spiders into real life zombies, consuming their organs and taking control of their behavior. Like that, this is literally like the virus or the fungus in The Last of Us, the TV show. The first season was cool except for episode 3. Now I can't fully verify. I didn't watch episode 3. I skipped that shit because I heard what went down in episode 3. I ain't nowhere near subjecting my shit to that. So I didn't watch episode 3 really. So but the rest of it was cool. But season 2 is a piece of shit, I heard. So it says consuming their organs and taking control of their behavior, known as gibellula. Goddamn, these names they be coming up with for these viruses is known as Gibellula antenboroughi. Again, Gibellula antenboroughi. The fungus attaches to the spiders and invades its body and devours it from the inside out. Oh, that gotta be painful. God damn, that gotta be painful, man. Because it's a slow death. And they say it's like a slow ass death. They don't just die. It's like a slow ass death. It says it then manipulates the spider's brain chemistry, altering dopamine levels to force the insect out of its web and into the open, where it ultimately dies. So the fungus takes over the spider on its web and was like, nigga, let's get up out of here, my nigga. Let's go check out the world, baby. let's go see what's popping. And the spider's like, no. Niggas fighting it. And the motherfucking fungus makes the spider get walked out and get stepped on by a human or ran over by a car or some shit. Or eaten by a squirrel or a bird or whatever the hell. Afterwards, the fungus sprouts. Afterwards, the fungus sprouts bodies from the corpse, releasing spores to infect new spiders and continue its deadly cycle. That's literally the exact same thing that the what's the fungus in cordyceps? Thank you, Dexter. So that's what it is in The Last of Us, cordyceps. This is not cordyceps though. This is glebula. What's the word? Gibellula. Yeah, Gibellula antenboroughi. But it does the exact same thing as cordyceps. So I don't know what the deal is. Why don't you just call it cordyceps? It makes no damn sense. Researchers. So if you've seen the spiders, damn, let me see if I can find the spiders, because you got to see what the spiders look like. Because that shit is disgusting. That shit is hella disgusting. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the spiders. Oops. Where's the search bar, man? Daily Mail sucks, bro. Damn, this website sucks. Jesus Christ. So I can't find it, but if you can, I can't find the search bar on this thing to look for a damn video. Oh, wait a minute, there it is. Hold on, let me see. Did I find it? Spiders, hold on. Because you got to see what the damn spider look like. So I think I found it. Come on, man. Damn, really? Oh, here it is. All right, I found it. So here, check this out. You got to see what the damn spider look like. I'm not doing it justice. You got to see this goddamn. You got to see this shit. Hold Yeah, all right, here it is. All right, so check this out. See, zombie spiders. Check this. This is crazy. Please don't play it down the thing. So look, can y'all see that? Look at this. Look at these big. Look at these spiders. Let me see if I can enlarge that for y'all a little bit. Look at these spiders. Ugh. Look at that shit just hanging, but they not dead. The spiders aren't dead, y'all. These spiders are alive, being controlled by the white fungus on them. The puppeteer, the puppet master. What the hell? Stop jumping. You just jump right to the damn commercial. I don't want to fucking see the commercial. But this is what it looked like up close. Look at that. That shit look like a Carnage. You guys ever see Carnage? But like a white Carnage. It looked like white Carnage from Spider-Man. It's like a white Carnage. That shit is disgusting. Look at it. Look. Then it develops, it just engulfs the whole dude. That shit is crazy, yo. Look at that. It just takes the spider over. Damn. So that's what that shit does. So that shit is crazy. So if you see a zombie spider walking around your crib, it says Americans have found the white encrusted corpses in their attics and crawl spaces. People in the UK have spotted them in gardens and caves, and residents of Czech Republic, damn, they're all the way in Czech Republic, have reported infected spiders in their basements. Scientists stress that G. enteroporogi poses no threat to turning humans into zombies, like in the popular video game turned HBO series The Last of Us, where a fungus infects people, takes control of their minds, and sparks a global apocalypse. Zhao Orogio, a microbiologist at the Natural History Museum of Denmark, said infecting humans would require many millions of years of genetic modifications. I ain't believing that. I'm not buying that bullshit. No, you're not getting me with that shit. You said nature is communicating something to us, and our arrogance has, is not hearing the message. Has us not hearing the message? Absolutely. Y'all better get what's Like, what'd you say? 3 times 352 days is 1,062. So your average of killings are not true. Whose average of killings? I'm letting you know what they said on the news this morning. Your average is not true. They said that this morning on the news. Again, I didn't do it. I don't have the numbers. I'm not there. I'm letting you know what they said, that it went from 3 a night to 3 a week in this last week. That's what they said. That's the stat. Now, you go argue with them if you got a problem with it, nigga. Shit, I didn't make this up out of nowhere. Got this straight off of was it CNN? Was it not CNN? It was what's the other one? Not Fox News. Was it News Nation? I think it was News Nation. So you go holler at them. If News Nation got it wrong, you go holler at News Nation. God damn it. So that's the last thing I got in science and the weird. So moving along, that shit's crazy though. You see a zombie spider, you run from that shit. Don't believe him that it takes millions of years for that shit to affect it. You run your ass like hell. You get out of Dodge. You understand? That shit's crazy. So moving along, in nigga news, real nigga news, a fight breaks out again on Carnival, on the Carnival cruises again. This time because they ran out of fried chicken tenders. Niggas have got to stop niggaing. This has got to come on, man. See, this is the black fatigue or nigga fatigue that they be talking about. This is it right here. The place ran out of chicken tenders. And so on this show, this one dude who was giving the story, he actually works for Carnival Cruises. So he was giving a inside breakdown of what happens. And so he said, what happens is late night, about 2 or 3 in the morning, he said they put out food a lot. And so, if you be hungry at 2 or 3 in the morning, you can go down to the kitchen or whatever and get you some stuff. And then sometimes, people, it'll be like the last of the chicken tenders, and it'll take about maybe another 15 to 20 minutes before they bring them out. And he said probably what happens, somebody is walked up and was about to grab the chicken tenders, and somebody else walked and grabbed it before they got the last of the chicken tenders and thought they was the last ones, not knowing that they was about to bring out another tray of chicken tenders. And these niggas got into a full-blown brawl, like a goddamn, like in a saloon in the 1800s. These niggas was throwing everything all over the place. This shit was crazy. You get into a full-blown brawl on the Carnival cruise because they ran out of chicken tenders for the moment, not for the cruise. They ran out for that moment, for the next 15 minutes. Niggas, you think you're going to go somewhere in this society with that type of shit? You are on the down, the down slope, the decline. The trend line is going down. With that type of shit, all they're looking for is how to get rid of niggas like this. Because right now, that would be the majority of what they see. They don't see cool brothers and sisters chilling out here, working, making money, mashing out, doing what they got to do. They don't see none of that shit. They're seeing that constantly, over and over and over again. And yeah, they may be sensationalizing it by portraying it on the news and all the rest of that shit, but you're doing it. Melanated people, you are doing this. So they would have no footage to show if you wasn't doing it. I don't want to hear about white people commit more crime and they do it. I don't give a shit about white folks. What are you doing? Stop doing what you're doing. They already got their shit set. Nobody got to worry about them. You got to worry about you. And this stupid shit is not going to fly. This is the shit that they're coming to get rid of. The what's called black fatigue. Cash mobbing and or flash mob robberies, smash and grabs, carjacking. Carjacking down 85% in DC. How the hell? 85%? The carjacking is down? That's ridiculous. That it had to get to that point where this nigga sent military into DC for niggas to stop carjacking. And they still didn't stop carjacking. Somebody still got carjacked with the goddamn military in DC. Somebody was still bold enough to go carjack a nigga with the military in DC. Them niggas, that show you how gangster those fools are in DC. They don't give a damn. So, this shit is crazy. He says, no, that's the CIA dressed in black doing that sort of thing. Okay. Some of it is, but no, most of that is melanated people, kids. These are kids. Ain't no CIA 15 and 14-year-olds. Sorry. If they recruiting them at 14 and 15, then that's ridiculous. If they got 14 to 15-year-old recruits doing smash and grabs. It has to be 5G or something to drag excuse me, it has to be 5G or something to drag these niggas into nonsense for real. Absolutely. He says over food, they are paying. You say paying? Oh, are they paying black people? Oh, excuse me, I can't see it. So my eyes are bad, you guys. I almost didn't do the live stream today because my contact scratched my cornea. So usually if my eyes get dry, the contact lens will stay on my eye. When I try to move it, it'll scratch the cornea, and then all of my vision will get messed up for like a few days. And so I have to kind of wait. So it was actually a game time decision today before my eyes focused enough for me to be able just to see the screen and stuff so that I can talk to y'all. So when you write stuff on the screen, if I don't make it out, I'm not reading it right because I'm trying to focus and actually see it. All right, so if I don't read it good, sorry. But it says, over food, are they paying black, excuse me, playing black seeming people to do this sort of thing? No, they was niggas. They was niggas. It was young cats. They was teenagers mostly. When they showed the fight, and then one brother, he went over to his phone and he said, and he got on the live and he looked and he said, over chicken tenders? Damn. And then he just left. He just looked into his phone. He said, over chicken tenders? Damn. Fighting over chicken tenders. God damn. Niggas is going y'all on the downswing. Straight up. And here it is again. Moving along, a Harvard researcher was beaten to a pulp after asking a gang of teens to keep quiet during a screening at the AMC movie theater. All he did was say, yo, can y'all keep it down? And they beat the brakes off this nigga. Again, teenagers. 5 again, teenagers. So let's look at let's do it. Thiago Rents was seeing a late night show of a new horror film called Weapons at the AMC Boston Common 19 last week when things got frightening off screen. Now I heard that movie Weapons is pretty good. So have y'all seen it? Have y'all seen that movie Weapons? I heard it's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna try to check it out, but don't put no spoilers in here. If you've seen it, don't put no spoilers in here. But says a group of 5 teens. See, again, these little young niggas, what they call them, YNs. These little young niggas about to get a rude awakening. They growing up in a time where the Democrats are ruling and there's no backlash or no consequences to your actions. But that ain't about to be for too much longer. Everybody, mostly in America, grew up when there was consequences to your actions if you committed a crime. Right now, these Gen Z little niggas, they are growing up in a time where you just get arrested and get released. No cash bail and shit like that. This is an unprecedented time in America. So they're going to see, though, by them doing all this and taking advantage of all that shit, it's going to go way back. It's going to go far worse than it was before that. A group of 5 teens in the theater loudly clapped and cheered throughout the screening, ruining the experience for everyone, Rentz said. So he took matters into his own hands and told them to quiet down. Now, Rentz is Caucasian, and he told a group of 5 black kids to shut up. How was that gonna go from the jump, everybody? How was that gonna go right from the rip? 5 black kids, teenagers, little young YNs, in there screaming, talking loud, being crazy, and his Caucasian ass wants to jump up and say, hey guys, come on, guys. We're all here to watch a movie, man. You gotta respect everyone in here. You just can't be out here just talking your shit, man. Come on, man. Thank you. He's like, all right, bro. For sure. We'll quiet down. So they said after the screening, his fool tried to walk out. He tried to walk out the theater. They was waiting on his ass outside the theater. They were like, come on, bitch ass nigga. Let's go, bitch. What's popping, my nigga? What's up, dog? And they was like, nigga looked, oh. They was like, nigga, come on, take this ass whooping like a man, boy. Come on, boy. And they beat the brakes off that nigga. That nigga was fucked up. He wasn't messed up as bad as the big ball motherfucker, but he was messed up. He got his ass beat. Like he was getting his ass beat so fast, so bad. Like and they wouldn't stop. They was on him. And they said his homeboy there was nobody in there because it was a late night screening, so nobody was around. So he was like, ah. He was like, ah. And the nigga ran. He had to run all the way around to the other side of the movie theater to get the security guard. By that time, nigga, his homeboy They stomping the shit out of this nigga. They are giving him the biggest mad beatdown of all time while this nigga is over there trying to get to security. He's like, nigga, hurry up. Hurry your bitch ass up, nigga. So he got his ass whooped. I don't think they found the dude. It says, I asked them for respect. See? Respect, man. That's all I'm asking. Can I get a little respect? You heard Aretha? R-E-S-P-C-T. You heard her. You know how to spell it. I asked them for respect. I asked them to leave the theater because we just wanted to watch the movie. Now, this is in Boston. Racism in Boston is racist as fuck. Caucasian people in Boston are racist in the motherfucker. That's where that dude Nick Fuentes is from. So white people in Boston aren't scared of niggas. They'll go at niggas. Those are some of the some of the Caucasians don't be scared of niggas. They'll go at niggas. So when the movie ended, Rentz and his friend tried to leave the theater, and the teens blocked it, and then began the attack. 5 against 1. He said, they just punched me. I didn't fight back. I was like scared, and then I just faced the wall, and I just protected my face and head. But the target was obviously my head because they were punching my head and my face. He describes the suspects as skinny black men. See? Non-testosterone having, feminine, emotional ass little kids. You don't beat up somebody because they tell you to be quiet in the theater where you're supposed to be quiet. They tell you to be quiet when the movie starts. The theater, the thing will tell you, please be respectful. Don't speak in the movie. Don't talk on your cell phone. Don't text. You know that shit. It does that shit right before the movie. So you gonna whoop his ass because he's repeating what they told you to do in the movie? Come on, man. This is dumb shit. This is absolute dumb shit. So skinny black men with hoodies wearing all black clothes, according to the statement. So again, he says YN 1-year-old. He says YN 1 old white man 0. He wasn't even old. The nigga was like 30. He like 29. Nigga like he's not even old. He was like a little young adult cat. And so he just got his ass whooped because he don't understand in the movie theater, if it's only you or if it's 2 against 5, you shut the fuck up. But again, in Boston, they not scared of niggas in Boston. So they talk their shit to niggas in Boston. And God damn it, he says, if a person cannot be asked to be quieter, to quiet her down, then the home training is lacking. Then again, not fighting back is crazy. Well, if you fight back, it's going to be harder. That's why. If you don't know how to fight and you start fighting back, it's going to be way worse for your ass. So you should just cover up and try to cover your vital parts. If you don't know how to fight and you're being outnumbered and they just punching and hammering on you, cover up your vital parts. If you don't know how to fight. Even if you do know how to fight, like if you don't know how to take on multiple people, you still should do that. But God damn it. Again, black fatigue. Niggas stock. Niggas stock is plummeting. Nigga stock is going downhill. So last thing I got in nigga news. The black consciousness PSYOP. I'm about to piss a whole lot of niggas off. But a lot of you, not a lot of you, but the black consciousness movement, period. Is it a PSYOP? Is it a PSYOP? Have you even asked yourself that? Is the black consciousness movement a PSYOP? Has that even entered your mental, it's burrowed its way in there a little bit? And why do I say that? Because I've come to understand that the Caucasian people, the movement, the black consciousness movement, was the other side of the blaxploitation movement. So how it went was you had activists, most melanated people, or a lot of us, were activists in the 60s. We were up and doing shit, getting out, changing shit, right? We was out here mashing. F you, pig. That's Huey, right? Huey was pig, blah, 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 boom, right? He was out here doing it, right? Out here smashing on the government, marching, Martin Luther King and all them out here doing it. Really, remember this. You were activists, melanated people. You were activists. In the 50s and the 60s, you were activists. You got out and you did shit. You got your ass up and you changed the system. Then the Black Panthers kicked open the door in City Hall in the Capitol, in California Capitol, with their guns. That scared the living shit out of all the Caucasians in America. When the Black Panthers went to the Capitol, California Capitol, walked in that damn Capitol building with guns, bop, bop, was popping. Black Panthers did that. You can see video of it right now and pictures of it and all that. After that, this is when they went hardcore on dismantling the consciousness movements, because they were like, oh, you niggas are getting smart and you got guns? Hell no, nigga. No, buddy. We not about to do that shit. So what came right after that? Blaxploitation. The Blaxploitation movie. Right after the consciousness movement of the Black Panthers came Blaxploitation. Right? That was Superfly, or really the first one was Sweetback's Badass Song. That's the first Blaxploitation movie, was Sweetback's Badass Song. Shout out to Mario Van Peebles, his daddy, Melvin Van Peebles. That was the one who directed. But Mario was in the movie. He was a kid in the movie. And I shout out to Mario Van Peebles because he directs the Wu-Tang series. Shout out to you, boy. Good job. Good damn job, Mario. Directing that Wu-Tang series, boy. But that was Sweetback's Badass Song. Then came Superfly, right? So these movements, instead of bringing melanated people together to be activists and go at the man, the public, the system, it divided you niggas. It made you niggas want to be pimps and drug dealers and the rest of that. So it made a superhero out of the pimp and the drug dealer and said, oh, if I want to get to that shit, then I need to be like him. I can't be like the rest of you niggas. And it was only one dude. It can only be one pimp king, right? It can only be one king pimp. Not the kingpin, the king pimp. It can only be one. Or just a few scattered everywhere. So it's not for everybody. So that's not a cultural movement. That's an individual movement that you may get together with a few of your homies. If you want to build a little small empire or something. But that dealt with the dumb niggas. That was the dumb niggas who, for no other choice or whatever, they entered the Black Panthers. You had a lot of dumb niggas in the Black Panthers because it was just the thing to do. They weren't really conscious and shit. It was just the thing to do. So how do we get these super smart ass niggas? How do we get them? Because those are the ones who created the Black consciousness movement in the first place. So how do we get them? Could it be by making them feel superior? See, we can't make them feel inferior. But if we make them feel that they're energetically superior to Caucasian people who are in power, they won't really do anything to gain power. They'll use the feeling in place of the action. So, Black Power came hard as fuck in the 60s, right? 70s? That's when we was wearing the afros and dashikis and shit. Black Power, that's when the Black Power movement, the consciousness movement really started coming around. Malachi Z. York, he was the 60s and 70s. Clarence X, All of this was around then, 70s, 80s. So if I can get the smartest of the community, if I can subdue them into a, what's the word? If I can subdue them, if I can get them to dive into a, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I had it earlier and I forgot the word. But if I can get the consciousness community to subdue themselves through consciousness. So you have the information. There's two parts to information. You get the information and then you use the information. But if I can use the information to make you feel superior energetically, then you won't necessarily have to do anything, because you'll feel. So this is the movement what I'm talking about. How all you melanated people call yourselves kings and queens, which is on its face stupidity, because common sense would just tell you that everybody wasn't descended from kings and queens. There was only a few kings and queens. And so their descendants would not be the whole population of melanated people. It would only be a few. And the rest of the melanated people would be probably descended from their workers or some shit like that. But no, nobody wants to feel that they descended from the worker. Everybody descended from the king. I'm a black king from Africa, a black African god. I'm a black African king. My melanin is triple blackness of space. I'm the blackest of the blackest. Africa bows to me when I walk back to Africa. When I go back to all the animals, they kneel for their king, their god king. This is niggas right here, right? Tell me you niggas don't feel superior like a motherfucker when y'all be on your god shit. Triple blackness of space, nigga. I was a goddamn alien walking around here, nigga. I'm a MOOR. You understand what a MOOR means? Do you understand what that is? Huh? I'm a goddamn Muslim, boy. You understand what that means? You got all these different conscious factions and shit. All this different shit to tell you how great niggas are. How godly niggas are. You a god. But if you were those people from the ancient times, would you not be manifesting the same things that they manifested back then? That would still be within you, because it's all energy and vibration. It doesn't change, it only transforms. So that energy and vibration would still live within you if you were those people. God, there's evidence of God. God is just not a myth. There's evidence of God. When you look around, you can see. And when I'm calling God, you may call, when I'm saying, I usually use the universe, but I'm using other people's terms as far as God. But you can see evidence of that higher power whenever you look around and when you're in nature. Can we see evidence of that when we see melanated people other than just their melanin? Where do we see the greatness of the godhood of the god kings and queens of ancient Africa, or ancient Akibalon, or ancient Amexum, and all the rest of this shit that everybody know? Where the fuck are you with that today? Do y'all own any goddamn super estates? Do y'all own any towns and cities? Has this produced any schools? Any massive schools, consciousness schools, where you turning niggas into gods and goddesses? Has this produced any businesses that you can raise the community out of the poverty level with? What has it done? Again, is it a PSYOP? Because they know melanated people are egotistical. And if I can just make you feel like you are better than me, that's enough for you, because melanated people are also lazy as fuck. So you'll take the feeling over the action, because feeling like God is way easier than having to be God, huh? You ain't gotta do shit. nigga, you see me, nigga? Black people magic. Black girl magic and all the rest of this bullshit. Because you got melanin, you think they make you God? No. Every other thing in the goddamn world got melanin. You ain't special other than Caucasian people, but every other living thing in the goddamn universe has melanin. So you ain't special just because you got melanin. If you don't know how to use it. If you know how to use it, then that's a different thing. But if you don't know how to use it, don't make you special. So what is the point of all this mental masturbation and pontification, God pontification, if you don't do shit with it? Again, how is God scared to go out of their house when the popo out there? I ain't never known God or a king to be scared, be talking all this shit when you in your damn hood, in your community, but as soon as you see a goddamn popo, your heart drop to your ass. That ain't God. That's a bitch. I'm sorry. In context of God is what I mean. Not that you are a bitch, but I'm saying the opposite end of God would be a bitch. And so if God is controlling these people out here, if you aren't doing that, if you reach the other end and your heart jump out of your chest, you scared as fuck, boom, you can't get. And the thing is, the reason I'm saying that is because it's not like the information is not out here for you to control these niggas. It's out here. You just don't want to do it. A person who's a king and a god would have no problem learning the deficiencies of their enemy, of their so-called enemy, so that they can defeat them. It would be nothing for them to sit down and learn that shit because God just does God shit. It don't say I'm a god. It don't scream God from the goddamn mountaintop and then do shit, not do a goddamn thing. But everybody know I'm God though. You know I'm God, right? Hey, nigga. Yeah, okay, yeah. Boy, I almost got you, boy. Thank you for calling me God. Thank you, boy. Hey, you God too, bro. Thank you. All right, God. Yeah, God. Peace, God. All right, bro. But you ain't out. You out here crying like a motherfucker when the popo roll up on your ass. I don't win none of that shit. Again, the Black consciousness movement, if it wasn't a PSYOP at the beginning, it was co-opted and turned into a PSYOP to placate you. Do you understand what placate means? Placate means to make you less aggressive. That's what placate means. So if I can make you feel mentally superior to me, then it makes you less aggressive to me because you think that you're better. So you don't have to beat up somebody that you think you're better than. You don't have to go after and you don't have to smash on somebody who you think you're better than. Nigga, I'm better than you, nigga. The universe is gonna take care of you, nigga. But really, has it? What position are you in today from the God consciousness movement? Now, I'm saying all of this, and I am a teacher of this information. However, I'm a practicalist. If I can't use information, you should have all this information because it's your information. You should have knowledge of the universe, all of this. If you're going to use it. You understand? If you're not going to use it and you're just using it to make you feel better about the fucked up place that you're in life, that the Caucasian people have you in life, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. You might as well be in a goddamn old folks home or some shit. If you're not doing anything with the knowledge that made your ancestors gods, but you calling yourself the same gods, you full of shit. God shows and proves. A bullshitter also shows and proves. Dr. Umar. And on that note, moving along. Get y'all asses out of that PSYOP. So last thing in police stop law lessons. I got police stop law lessons. Now you see what's you see what's going. They're smashing out and people are scared as hell. But you don't have to be scared because most of the stuff Trump is doing, he's actually following legal guidelines. He's actually following legal guidelines, which is which is weird. But he's following legal guidelines, and you need to know the law in order to be able to maneuver around it. If you know the law, like most people in the Know Your Rights Foundation, everybody in the Know Your Rights Foundation, except the newer people, are confident enough they don't feel the police at all. This to me is the very base of being God. If you can't just deal with the police when you walk outside, you can't be God. If you can't deal with the situations outside of your door, that's just the base what you should be doing. Let alone building cities and nations and the rest of that with the information that your ancestors had. So not get the police the very minimum thing out of the way. Y'all so bold. Melanated people are so goddamn bold. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Blah, 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 blah. But soon as you see the police, y'all niggas are straight up bitches. Not everybody. Not only somebody that would do some but not all. But a lot of y'all. When the popo roll up, turn into straight bitches, y'all be gangster than a motherfucker. Up until Mr. Whitey Cop roll around. And then y'all shrink up and get baby-fied like a motherfucker. So again, you can't be God if you don't do God shit. And that means producing things. Not talking about it, not getting on podcasts, not sitting up pontificating on shit, talking about how great that damn show was and how great this shit was and all the rest. Fuck that. That's great if you do that, but you better turn it into something. What are you doing in life to get yourself out of the situation that you are in to make a better situation for yourself? And if you can't do that, you can't be calling yourself gods and kings at the very least. So that's it for me.
What if the real superpower was already inside you? The Great Book of Melanin Research reveals 130 years of scientific studies conducted by governments around the world on you. This isn't fiction. It's real research on melanin uncovering its superconductive, photoconductive, cell-protective, and DNA shielding abilities. Yeah, they've known for over a century. Why don't you? Order now and get the exclusive Police Stop Law Package free. That's the Know Your Rights Manual, Constitutional Rights Card, Qualified Immunity Notice and Card, Police Stop Flashcards Volume 1 and 2, the Public Official Bonds Book. Learn how to hold them personally accountable. This is power in your hands, biological and legal. They studied you. Now you study them. Click the link. Get the truth. Get protected. The Great Book of Melanin Research. It's time you knew what they know.
He who thinks, what'd you say? Says, at least the white falsely believed they were God and acted on it. We say it and don't have a pot to piss in. See? Yes, they acted on it. They were like, yeah, we God. Okay, we Jesus. All right, but let's do that shit then. Let's Jesus the fuck off. And again, all we do is run our mouth about shit we doing. About how godly niggas is. Again, I'll sit and wait. Tell me some shit that the consciousness movement has produced. Major shit. That's doing some shit in the world. Because we had it going with the Black Panthers. We did. Feeding people, curing sickle cell. That's doing things. That's getting shit done. And they saw that and they were like, oh, hell no. They were like, hell to the no. We can't let these niggas do that shit. We got to break these niggas up. So we'll give the dumb niggas blaxploitation, Superfly, and the Mac. Shout out to the Mac. Let me tell you right now, I ain't hating on the Mac. I love Goldie. God damn it. I love me some Goldie. God damn it. You understand? The Mac, I love me the Mac. That movie, I love the Mac. You shut your ass up when grown folks is talking. He said, shut the fuck up when grown folks is talking. Pretty Tony. So I love me the Mac. God damn it. Max Julian off the chain. That's where Snoop Dogg, that's where Snoop Dogg gets his whole persona, is Max Julian from the Mac. But you see what that produced, that type of shit, that energy it produced. But then I will say this, the consciousness movement produced hip hop. The consciousness movement produced hip hop. However, it was co-opted and taken from us. So we couldn't do anything with that. The Khazars came and stole that. Once we created that shit, the KYRF was like, I'll take that. So melanated people, you have to create something and then hold on to it. Not sell it or give it away once you make it. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything. If you just give it away to the people who are going to suppress your shit or co-opt it and say that they wrote it or they did it themselves, what the hell does it matter if you did it? You got paid, but again, this is what I'm talking about. God do godly things, or God does godly things. And so if you want to be God, you have to do godly things. And that's for not just yourself. You have to think about the self, which is the whole self. So as if me, y'all, I'm out of here, everybody. Appreciate y'all, man, for coming on in here. Thank everybody for the cash apps. I know I went on a rant about the black conscience, about the black PSYOP, but y'all had to know. And then I want y'all to go home and really think. I've been on black consciousness. I've been learning all this shit. What have I done with it? What did I do with it? Truly, what did you do with it? I mean, ask yourself that true question. You've been on this shit, been feeling good, especially if you've been watching Phil Valentine for the longest time. You watch Black Magic 363. Shout out to Bro Rich. But he got a whole bunch of people on there talking about all this triple darkness of space and this and that and aliens and consciousness and blah, 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 all that shit. Hell of a show, right? Every night you watch that shit, every hell of a show. What is being produced from the information? Is there anything being built? I mean, infrastructurally. That's what I mean. Infrastructurally, is anything being built off of this information? And if not, we fucking around. This is God information. That should be the base thing that you should do with this information, is be building towns and cities and nations and off this shit. That's the easy part. That's the easy part. The hardest shit is levitating shit and all the rest of that, like they was doing. Because they was doing that shit too. Electricity coming from your body and all that type of shit. That's the harder shit. But just creating your own world around you based off of work, that's the easiest shit. You think it, you say it, you do it. That's literally, that's the blueprint. You think it, you say it, you do it. Sometimes you don't even have to say it. Just think it and do it. Because that cut out, sometimes when you say it, it takes the power away from doing it. It's literally that easy. So get out there, start being gods, and stop mentally masturbating on used to being gods. You didn't do shit. That was your ancestors. If it was your ancestor, you don't even know if it was, but you just made it your ancestor because it feel good to call yourself a king and a queen. But you don't know if you was a goddamn descendant from a king or a queen. Your goddamn ancestors could have been the goddamn the farmers outside the temple. They could have been the niggas in the stables keeping the goddamn horses. You don't know. That don't have to be you though. That doesn't have to be you. The information is what makes you God, not who you come from. So on that note, I'm out of here. Thank you. All my moderators, appreciate y'all, man. Thank everybody for coming into the live stream today on this hot ass Saturn's Day. God damn, it's hot. And I'm about to go get me some kimchi fried rice. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for hitting the cash apps, everybody. And everybody hit the cash apps during the week. I appreciate you guys. I am out of here. Make sure you go to realnagas.com and support. Also go to rapstrology.com, get the t-shirts, but you can also get the FAFO shirts from realnagas.com. That's the way you support. So I can keep coming back and give you this information. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Deuces.